Five, four, three, two.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right. All right, quiet on the set.
Hold up. I got you. Pause. Hold up. Let me get my intro on. Ow! Peace and blessings of the Most High, the balance, omniverses, multiverses, triverses, dual verses, and universes be upon you all. An earshot and eye shot of the God. It's your friendly neighborhood Pharaoh Rising Chef Sees Dwamu Tefa Moon, and welcome to another episode of Revision Radio, where we seek to analyze and break down right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, right thinking, right reasoning, and right action from the third eye point of view. What's happening, beloveds? About who I shook. Thank y'all all for coming. I'm still doing my thing together. I'm you know how I be on my nigga town. Y'all know I'm on CP town. Cut it out. But we here and we got a good show for y'all today. You know, on this Shabbat day. You know how the brothers be, they practicing the Sabbath and all that. I'm happy to be here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We done started something. We gonna keep it pushing. I got the brother Huu Khanum coming through in a minute. But before that, we're gonna take care of some preliminaries. You dig what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on. I'm trying to get my my screen to full screen because it still ain't come up yet. You hear me over there, God?
Yeah, I can hear you on my
own. Okay. Peace, family. Right back. About what I shook. Assalamu alaikum with magic. Peace to the gods. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm on my books, y'all. Why I can't? Yeah, I'm just looking at my screen. I can't widen my screen right now. So like I only can see it. Yeah, I just heard me. All right, family, yo, thank you for being with us right now. Listen, check it. We're gonna give me a second so I could give the brother his invite for his email so he could come on through, and then we're gonna read from our revolutionary daily thoughts. We're gonna read from my cool Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle daily thoughts. You know, we're gonna set the tone. You know, do a chant to show, just to get involved, to evolve or dissolve. Welcome back, family. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing? Everybody all right? Boom. Let me put this in. Let me put this in effect. Yeah, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, this is technical stuff I'm taking care of. That's all, gods and goddesses. We good. We all right. Everything is gravy. Yeah. But I'm just looking at while my I'm up. I'm looking at myself. Y'all can hear me. You can hear me over there, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother.
Cool. As long as you can hear me, as long as I'm up on time, I'm cool with it. I'm emailing you the link.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm looking right now. I'm not seeing the chat. That's probably.
Well, as far as the chats?
Yeah, I just don't see the chat on mine.
Yeah, it says I see the comments section. That's why I'm gonna post something in there in a second. Let me see. Copy the clipboard. Okay. You a Gmail. All right. I'm sending the brother an email right now, y'all. We got a hell of a show today. We got the God Huu Khanum come. He's actually here, and we gonna walk in his shoes for a minute. You know, The God, the God came through on the show last year. Started coming through, asking questions, adding on, building. Came on the platform a few times, you know. So, and you know, we just been growing and building on a regular basis. And now, you know, the brother, I didn't know that he had such a interesting journey, but like we all do. So, you know, we started building on that. And then other things started happening, you know, that connect. You know how we talk about the quantum entanglements? They ain't got nothing to do with Jada. They ain't got nothing to do with Jada. You know, so yeah, so that's I sent the link out to you, beloved.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's in my email.
It's in your email. Yeah, anybody send me a comment. Somebody put some comments so I can see what's, because I don't see anything in the chat. Make sure everything is good. Matter of fact, let me post a comment my damn self. What's happening?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
So let me get out this money that I got. Okay.
Yeah, but take your time. I'm gonna read a couple of things. Okay, yeah, the chat is working. We good. Only thing I'm not understanding is why. Hey, lady, madam, lady, madam. Why am I not?
Okay, back. I see. Okay, yes.
Yeah, you see the Rahul back. You see the
Yeah, I see it. It's you know how it is, bro. They be with the people that be controlling. You know what I'm saying?
I know. They ain't spit. I know. They got me shadow banned like crazy. Ain't no way in the world my video with Emperor Adeloye Kufu and Grand Sheik Taj Tariq Bey is still at 19,000. It was 19,000 the second day, and it's still at 19,000 3 months later. Yeah, they got me shadow banned. Yo, they got me shadow banned for real. I was like, 19,000 still? Really? And they did the same thing with the joint with Sidnetta when I did the Mark Lamar Hill. 22,000. They capped it right there. Like nobody never seen the video after that. It's crazy. They shadow banning the stuff, bro. So yo, listen, I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna start the thing. I'm gonna start the readings. Peace, family. What's happening? Give me a shout out. I got 6 people in here right now. Give me 6 likes. Give me 6 peace and blessings. Give me 6 rahubats. Peace, gods. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Whatever, niggas. Holla at me. I'm here. We on deck. We on deck. We got the time. We about to do the crime. Let's go. Yeah, Khanum, yeah, so I'm about to start the preliminary readings and getting in with the people. And you when you join on the link, I'm gonna see you down below and then bring you up to the screen and we're gonna go from there. All right, God. All right, cool. All right, yeah, the guard is on deck. All right, so again, let's start with what's up? What's up? I know it's hot out there today. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it slip away. May 21st. What we doing the 21st of May?
I'm breaking in real quick to let y'all know my husband is the best man ever.
Can you hang up this damn phone? Oh, it's on Messenger. Yeah, it's on.
They still hear me? I'm so proud of him, and I'm so glad that he's back online with y'all. I know that these conversations are much needed. So thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for rocking with him.
You are now rocking with the best. I'm about to make a move. Hey, yo. I ain't gonna put your name out there right now. We about to come over there to the they worldwide. They got the fan page. About to go over there to a couple of networks is checking on me.
And don't forget to support my baby registry on Amazon. We're gonna put it in the link. All right. We got a little prince coming. That's where I've been off. He been taking care of me. I'm not on your show. Leave me alone.
Just
leave me alone.
Bullies. So on this May 21st, and the Daily Word from Chief Black Thunderbird Eagle, he says, spiritual achievements are gifts from the Most High. All right? Spiritual achievements are gifts from the Most High. Listen, don't downplay. You know, we come from environments where we don't celebrate ourselves enough. Like, I went to a predominantly Mukasu European school when I was younger, and they collect all their ribbons, all their trophies, all their medals, all their plaques, all their certificates. They hang them up. They keep everything up there. We come up, we don't keep none of that. It might not even last a year. That's a fact, right? So we got to remember, man, we got to like celebrate ourselves. Now, we're dealing with the spirituality aspect. Everything in the physical is rooted in the spiritual. So we talk about your energy sheets, the chakras, right? The chakras, as they call them, the arushat. There's another word dealing with them right now. I'm going through the different languages. And then Sabeg, Lahaj. The chakras are energy seats. You know what I'm saying? The energy seats, the energy seats, where the glands interpenetrate. So those major glands are seated. They're logged in and lodged into those energy seats. So in the mind and in science of healing, you'll hear His Excellency, the Master Teacher, he say, listen, your physical sicknesses are because of spiritual darknesses. So like when those seats, those energy and the energy from those seats is cut off, you'll start to feel a physical effect from that. You're a spiritual or energy being, and we're projecting in this physical plane. So everything is energy first. Everything is etheric first. Everything is spiritual first before it's the physical, not the other way around. Okay? So take care of your spiritual body and celebrate it on a regular basis that you're taking care of your spiritual body. Just to give you a little jewel on that. And now for May 21st in the calendar of revolutionary daily thoughts, for those of y'all that just coming around, it says from Kat Onima, it says the coward's flight runs aimlessly. Memprusi proverb. Fear drives cowards away from challenge, commitment, decisiveness, truth, justice, honesty, and even meaningful, fulfilling lives. It drives them towards whatever poses the least possible threat, situation, condition, or people to their servile existence. Most often, cowards run towards other less forceful cowards who are afraid to identify them as the cowards they are. In a power over others based reality, cowards may even not appear as cowardly as they really are as they loudly and aggressively attack the man and womanhood of whoever they feel they will be protected against by those they are already in flight from who have taken their man and womanhood. On the other hand, like a child who continues into adulthood, unable to fully function without others' strict direction, adult cowards are at their best when not thinking. Flight, their best quality, does not require it. In fact, it demands it be left behind. But thinking is even more dangerous for them when they are in service to those they fear, most who are willing to let them perform chores in exchange for protection from those of their own who recognize them for what they are. Cowards have no inner direction. They go through life without purpose other than to survive by avoiding the wrath of greater and better armed cowards. I affirm I am full of courage and direction. Quote unquote, I'm no punk bitch. Yeah, we gotta get the cowards out of the way, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all, go see Rosewood. Huu Khanum, you popped in and popped out. Mama, come check this out. Yeah, pardon me. I'm putting it on because I gotta see. I took the camera off. Give me a second, family. Ooh, I only can see a little small version of me. I ain't like it. You know, I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than that. Yo, just for anybody to know, make sure y'all go check out our websites. Let's get some public service announcements on. Mama, when you get a chance, put the baby registry inside because we all have, because she's having my baby and it means so much to me. You know, I used to sing back in the day. I used to sing in the choir, right? Well, it was the chorus, and I was the second runner-up for the lead singer. I had to change my octaves up when I started rhyming. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get busy. I'm kind of like, I get busy. You ready? Khanum, you ready? All right, cool. All right, yeah, without further ado, we had a whole lot of superstars on this here stage tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. We got 9 on deck. Y'all ready? All right. We're gonna start. We're gonna start it slow and easy. Then we're gonna bang them in the head. Bang them in the head. Yo, it's hot outside. All y'all niggas is inside the house. Y'all ain't put the show on. Nigga, guess what? Everybody that's in here, tag 3 people. Tell them niggas put the show on. Nigga, put the show on, even if you ain't looking at the show. I'm a real. This is why we try to tell niggas with the Underground Railroad. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna get to that later. I'm about to add you, God. I'm about to put you in the stream. You ready? Let's go.
Hey, Robert. Peace.
Okay, the intact. What's going on, God?
Hey, man, it's great. It's great. You know, hopefully y'all can see me. I'm working with minimal technology here. You know what I'm saying? So
you here, bro? You want to be seen? You in your natural? You got your Wakanda garb on? We ready to rock? You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, family. You already know. That's how we are who we are, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Absolute, man. Shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, you, my brother Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying, and the family, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, the Musar, you know, everybody, you know what I'm saying, out there. Shout out to y'all. You know, Pharaoh put me on just to do an interview, and it's good. Love what this brother's doing. If y'all aren't subscribed or you aren't following this page, please do so, because at the end of the day, we here to help the people. You know what I'm saying?
We here to help the people.
And we can't help y'all if you don't help us. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hand-in-hand exchange. You know what I'm saying? So just go on this page. You know what I'm saying? Share the downloads, share the information, and let's get it popping.
Yeah. And guess what? Make the comments, critique. Even if it's negatives and positives, it's all the same to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna let you know.
Hey, Zamora, I just want to let you know too. I got So I'm on my laptop, but if the, you know what I'm saying, if the laptop don't, you know what I'm saying, I still got my phone. So I'm letting you know that I got both devices. So this is only has a certain amount of battery. So I'm just letting y'all know for the public, for the people, I'm gonna push through with this laptop. But the only reason I did laptops because I have the headphones so you can hear me. You know
Bro, it's as long as it works, long
got
as
you.
we good. I
We got
told you, you know, if you want to do it, just audio, whatever you want to do it. It's just we got to get it in. You know why? Because your story is important. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Your story is important, and you have to tell it so that other people don't take it. You know, cut and screw it. You know, cut it up, step on it, and then sell it back to us.
That's true, and that's what my brother Pharaoh he really talked me into it. Because me personally, like I'll go through certain things, and sometimes I just won't like I'll never you'll hear me never speak about it again. You know what I'm saying? Like it never, you know what I'm saying. So I go through certain things. So my mind is a little bit different. I've tweaked a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a lot of things in my past, even prior to what a lot of y'all on Facebook now or a lot of y'all on social media have now to recognize me as. Prior to that, I have experiences. So my brain's always been able to tweak. You know, hard times whatever you're going through, I've been able to kind of like logically, methodically think out what's happening and be able to make the, you know, use my non-mind to have right sound reason and to not overreact or just, you know, over respond. So that's why I just didn't do certain interviews because I know a lot of people, even if you tell them the truth or tell them the interview, they still ain't gonna believe it, but he lying. He said like this, he that. So that's why I haven't done an interview for so long. But due to the nature of natures and the quantum entanglement, like you're saying, that we're dealing with in this time and space that we're dealing with right now, especially in my life, it's important because people need to know the truth behind certain things that happen, and it's not even an attack, it's exposing the truth so that people won't get caught up in certain things, and people gonna be where they're gonna be. That's the reality. Like the web is your people gonna get caught up in the web, but as long as I did my part, like you said, my brother Pharaoh was telling me, is like it's for the people, of course, but it's really for you because you just, you know what I'm saying, you getting it on. I don't really have, I have videos where I talk about it, but to have someone ask me questions, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say like this too. The master teacher, His Excellency Baba Yanu, Dr. Malachi Z. York, he says, you can't please everybody. If you do
And
everything they want you to do, they're gonna talk about you. If you don't do nothing they want you to do, they're gonna talk about you. So he said, what you do is you give them something to talk about. You dictate that, you narrate you give your narrative and you steer the conversation because they're gonna talk. So you give
yeah,
them the subject matter and you give them the bullet points. Because they're gonna
oh,
talk anyway. So it's not about trying to stop them from talking, you know. It's about steering and making sure your narrative is what's out there. Because niggas gonna take it, bounce and flip it. They gonna do that anyway. So
yeah,
regardless, but we getting it directly from you, and then from there, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they do with it from there, you ain't got
it's
no
all
control over it.
exactly. And I just want to let you know
And
too, there's a little background noise. I don't know if that's
oh,
I
you
don't
hear
know.
you black back? It's probably the AC because it's 100 degrees. It's
No,
probably
no,
the,
my voice. I don't know where the voice is coming
oh
from. I
no,
can hear my voice.
I don't hear it really. I mean, I don't hear it really
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
Let
That's
me
good then.
see. Yeah, the people. Y'all
Because I can hear it in my end. That's the only reason I said something about it. But um,
okay. Let me see.
yeah.
What you mean y'all late, man? We got here. I was here. Y'all be acting up. Pink clouds.
Man, that's probably what they all on too. People were like, they didn't show up at 5, so guess what? Man, I'm taking my 5 minutes to about wait, and if they ain't there, I'm gonna go do I'm gonna be outside.
Yeah. Cause they
Yeah,
got y'all on cracker time. We on nigga time. Let me stop.
man,
Now
you telling me
I was in the studio at 5. I was just making sure the sound and all that was, because we was good, and
right?
then I had to tweak something because it went not good. So
Man, I
so
feel you on that though. That's how internet be, man. The technologies and stuff, bro. But we
all
getting
right.
it.
So we being that we on borrowed time. Shall we begin? Um,
Absolute.
talk to me, family, about. Let me ask you. Um, so your beginnings. Let's tell the people. Introduce yourself to the people. Who is Huu Khanum?
All right, yeah, absolute. Bless. So, all right. So my name is Huu Khanum, you know, and it's a Sabaik language. So a lot of people, if you're looking at, you know what I'm saying, like where did how Huu Khanum, what language is that? It is Sabaik language, Hajj. that we deal with over here is Nuwapians, Sabians. So that's the language that I, my name derives from. That's where I chose the appellation, something for, to change, the dynamic, because with knowledge, or wait, I would say this, with information comes power. It only becomes knowledge when you apply it. You understand me? So you have to, like, applied knowledge is key, because you can get information and not apply it, and then it's not no use. So for me, the reason I changed my name is because of the teachings of the master teacher, talking about how there is actually energies tied to the names that we have. So people that exist in the present, people that existed in the past and before, all of that energy in the name is going to shape, and it's going to resonate, meaning it's going to resonate with you, or it's not going to resonate with you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then that brings in, spirit forces that can plague your life. And this is like, uncommon conversation that we don't have in, our everyday coffee table. But at the end of the day, this is what we did. Exactly right. This is the kind of stuff that we need to be talking about, though, because if we have no understanding of things of spiritual forces, people would just, our spiritual practices and our ways, you get mumbo jumbled into something that you didn't want to be a part of in the first place. So, that's why I changed my name. That's Huu Khanum. I'm a person that was adopted. You know what I'm saying? I was adopted at a young age. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland is where, that's where our origins from. But, what I'm saying? My mom was like, nah, what I'm saying? Put this up for adoption. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna straighten that out with her. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know that I got some information about it. So I'm definitely going. That's some adventure.
You tracking some stuff down?
Yeah, it's adventure, man. Everything's in progress, and my life is unfolding before me. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, that's the simplistic, running on time. You know what I'm saying? From Baltimore, Maryland. I was adopted at a young age. Like you said, much like you, was in an area around a lot of white people, Mukasus. So being around that mentality, that's why you hear my voice. It might sound a little bit different, but the reality is that you are a product of your environment, no matter where you are. So
you sound good. You don't sound crazy.
Nah,
you don't sound like you. Nah, because it's not even about the tone of voice. A lot of people, they sound like they lost their souls.
Right.
Because they give up a portion of themselves to be accepted into the system they're around. So, but now your energy grid is good. I'm pretty sure you go through conflicts in your thoughts and spirits and stuff like that. But that's a tug of war that we all go through in order to get out of the control of these mukasus in the system.
Well, I always say it like this too. It's the reality that, like, exactly what Tupac say, we America's babies, you know what I'm saying? So even the language we're losing right now, like, we think, oh, the English language and the things that we culturalize in our society, it's not really our culture, but we make it our culture because it's a struggle of what we went through. So we culturalize it, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, drill music, big thing now, you know what I'm saying? But drill music, if you listen to it, is nothing positive about it. But we culturalize it and we make it a part of the culture because this is what we're putting and feeding the minds of the kids. So that's why it's so important to have conversations like this, interviews, discussions, because when we're able to break the mental barrier that people are stuck under, you know what I'm saying, then we can get some of the gunk and some of the inner, you know what I'm saying, stuff that's going on inside of the minds to help facilitate people's reconnection,
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie though. See, like the master said, we have to be, we've been under the control of these people for 6,000 years. They left a lot of negatives. So what we have to do as Nagaru, as Nathar, Muntaru, we have to take the negatives and turn them into positives. That's one of our strengths. That's our magic. We have the ability to take the negatives and convert them into positives. So we can't be afraid of exercising, that magic. You know what I mean? All right. So let me get into okay, so you was adopted, Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
You have any siblings?
Yeah. Well, as far as the siblings that I don't know, like my biological or anything like that. But as far as my adopted siblings, yeah, I got adopted siblings.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, you know what, everybody? Because let me tell you, one of the reasons why this came up, because people don't know, because the brother's like, he mild-mannered, and he be walking around, and everything is, but he got his own. Yeah, you do. You have your own joint too. But I was seeing the nigga on the news, right?
Man.
I kept seeing pictures of him. I was like, Yo, was that the young guy?
Man.
And so let's get into it.
All right, let's get it.
What? Let me say. When did you become involved with Carbon Nation?
Word.
Carbon,
So,
you can explain to people what Carbon Nation is.
Mhm.
When did you get involved with Carbon Nation, and why?
Okay, cool. So Carbonation, which was Melanation at the time when I had joined, was a group and an organization. This was back in 2016. It's a group and an organization that was started based off the pure soul uh, understanding that with the knowledge that we have in the Black conscious community today, quote unquote, right? We're getting so much information about who we are, you feel what I'm saying, and understanding and uncovering certain things that were just hidden for the political agenda to be able to control, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, basically control what we are, who we are, how we see ourselves in our image, right? So me growing around Mukasus, people that didn't look like me already off the point, I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, I don't see no one that look like me. I already feel like I don't fit in, right? But on top of that, my mind is just completely, because you have some people that, you know, because there were Black people in that environment, and there were Black people that looked like me, but they were just so into, you know, that environment. So so I was that. So for me, in 2016, I made a decision to leave United States. That's the whole thing. I saw this this dude speaking to information online. He said at first it started to be the I Am Nation, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Before this dude even left, he was like, yo, I Am Nation, people, you know, we're gonna go join the Jawas, you know what I'm saying, which is the Jawa tribe, and you know, and you know, I'm just saying, trying to be indigenous, trying to really connect with the people. I'm with it. I'm like, listen, anything's better than what we got going on in the society.
What we got here, right?
I'm over here looking at the Jawas. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? See what I get myself into. Like, all right, so how am I gonna now come up? Let me get my, you know what I'm saying, get my Tarzan on real quick. I had no problem with it because my mind's able to do that. I have a dual mind where I'm able to shift because I understand the connection and where my ancestral roots go. So I'm able to, you know, push that gap. You feel what I'm saying? Where I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll go in here. I want to change. You feel what I'm saying? The only way to change is to change yourself. So I'm realizing that no one around me is going to understand anything I got going on. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to make time to, you know, make all these new friends in America. I'm looking at America right now. I'm looking at America like in that time frame. I'm looking at America like, yo, this is a disease. This is crazy. This is, you know what I'm saying? Everything going on in America. I got to go. So I left. People telling me, oh, you ain't gonna leave. People, you know, in my environment saying, oh, you ain't gonna do this, that, and the third. They, you know, doubt me. You're putting all that fear out there. Oh, you're gonna get chopped up by some people with machetes. I'm like, man, listen, I ain't gonna do none of that.
Chopped up by some people's and machetes.
That's what they were saying, dog. People in my environment were
I mean,
trying to.
because you don't know nothing that's going on in this other environment that you're visiting.
Well,
So
yeah,
you
true.
know, so I guess it just, you know, stereotypes and
Watching
not
too much Anaconda.
and us
You know,
not traveling.
watching
You
too
know,
much of that, man. You know what I'm saying, with the Ice Cube. So you know, so yeah, so I left. You know what I'm saying? I left in 2016. Joined the organization Carbonation, which is a group of people, Melanation at the time, but Carbonation is a group of people that solely came together off a purpose of going back to nature, getting in tune with the planet, and connecting our body to the earth. You feel what I'm saying? Which there were certain things that this brother was saying at the time that I didn't hear. Now I come from a school of thought dealing with Bobby Hemmett being my first. You feel what I'm saying? You know, the mentor. I like to say mentor because I look at pretty much everybody as a mentor to me. So you know, he was one of my first mentors. I had Bobby Hemmett, and then I went through Phil Valentine, Dick Gregory. You know, all of the what we can see as far as the quote unquote Black conscious community leaders.
yeah, definitely.
And I hadn't come across Dr. Malachi York yet, but I did. I think I did now because I'm thinking back to it because I did see one video that I just recently saw, what I saw back then, that was dealing with aliens. You feel what I'm saying? The Elohim, talking about that was the big John that I saw way back then. You feel what I'm saying? When I was dealing with Bobby Hemmett, so I did tap into it, but it was so like it was like a flicker. You know what I'm saying? And then I just, you know, I mean, I didn't tap back in until later on, right? So it was like a flicker of before my eyes of what I would run into in the future. It was, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
So what you said 2016 you got involved with them, and so you were interested in the whole get back into a nature community vibe.
Yeah.
And was that the message back then, was that the full spectrum of this the brother's message?
No. So transitioning to talking about, yeah. So now, yeah, the message that this particular person, and we're gonna say Nature Boy,
Oh, we
right?
gonna name the nigga. We gonna ask because I'm
Nature
gonna ask
Boy,
about him too.
Three God, whatever you want to talk, because I'm pretty sure transition, like that's what this dude was talking about, connecting your body to the earth, and how we receive information or light codes that come from the sun that activate our dormant genes or genetic information for us to tap into our greatness as far as being deities and gods, this,
Okay,
that,
so
and the third.
that was his cool.
Yeah, that's the flyer, you feel what I'm saying? That's the, it got me out there. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying, let's be God, you feel me? Like, let's be
That's
God.
what you was attracted to. That's what attracted you to that energy. Cool.
Right.
And
Yep.
so you immediately went out of the country with them. You left with them, or were they someplace and you went out there?
Yeah. So I followed that dude before he even left the United States. Then when he left the United States, I'm just, because I'm learning, like I'm growing. So I dealt with the more science, what I'm saying, community as well, dealing with Asir the Duke of Tears. Shout out to that brother. So, Asir the Duke of Tears, I was out there, I'm saying, studying with him. I messaged Asir the Duke of Tears because this was when Asir wasn't as big as he is now. And me and him were going back and forth talking, and I was asking him about this Nature Boy dude, because I'm like, yo, you hear about this dude Nature Boy talking about light codes and getting back to the, what I'm saying, I'm hearing all this information. I'm thinking like, yo, what I'm saying, in the series, like, he's still big, like Asir the Duke was still big at the time, but wasn't like where he's at now, which he's more on like a bigger status now. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he's still someone that was, had the control of the minds of the people as far as being able to influence them with information, because I'm saying, that's what he was doing. So I'm over here like, yo, we need to go. We all need to get together. You feel what I'm saying? We got intelligent brothers, like, and mind you, when I found these individuals and these people, especially when I found Nature Boy, I had already, come across certain information. So it wasn't like Nature Boy was speaking anything, what I'm saying, so profound that I hadn't, like, it was like, oh, what I'm saying, it was just that one little niche or something he said that was like, all right, God, what I'm saying, you into some information, you say some things I've already heard before, what I'm saying, I'm tapped in, what I'm saying, and then you say something extra that I maybe didn't have, a little piece of, what I'm saying, wisdom that I didn't even pick up on, right? So I'm thinking like, all right, cool, what I'm saying? That's how we linking together. So I'm thinking, get Nature Boy together, get the Sierra Duke of Tears together, what I'm saying? Maybe even Yada, because I did have a Yada at the time. I was trying to, I'm trying
Yada
to,
was around. I remember.
yeah, you feel Yada to me, what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get what I'm doing, bro, is I'm looking at the heads, I'm looking at people that are, because I'm like an organizer, I'm good at putting people together. So I'm like, yo, let's get this together. You feel what I'm saying? I'm looking at people that have influence. I'm like, yo, let's all come together and let's dip, let's get out. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Obviously,
got
Asir
you.
wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he did. I left, and when I left on a plane, and I didn't hit this dude Nature Boy up until I'm already like, I'm in Chicago. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in Chicago. I'm like, I'm going to Costa Rica. I'm like, either I call him in Chicago, I'm like, either he gonna pick up, as I'm calling him, like, either he gonna pick up and they gonna be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm pull up, you know what I'm saying? When you get there, we're gonna be there. Or I'm just gonna go out there. I got $40 in my pocket, I got a tent, and I got a sleeping bag. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I literally had minimal. When I say minimalist, I'm saying like I had an iPad, a phone, and then outside of that, it was just my sleeping gear and my tent. So I'm already in the mind state like I'm going to Costa Rica. And when I get to Costa Rica, if they're not there, I'm still gonna be, I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it work, because my mentality is on some like Harriet Tubman, we gonna make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't no room for failure.
So you want some stuff like, I'm going to get down with it, but if they're not there, I'm setting it up myself.
I'm setting it up myself. I'm going out there because I know the system's messed up. I know what we need to do is have a secure location, a place, much like what Baba was doing, as far as being able to get a sanctuary, a bubble, so that people can have a space to learn. People can have an environment to be able to grow and development, because you are, as epigenetics and biology of belief, you are shaped by your environment, peer pressure, people in your environment, all that. So make it short. That's what I did.
No, that's official. So, yeah. All right, cool. Why do you? Because, all right, to the audience, I don't know if everybody's in tune. The brother Nature Boy changed his name to Three God. They all run around blood setting.
Right.
And they got arrested. They did a sweep with the organization in Georgia and Atlanta, right?
Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Georgia, actually.
And he's still in custody. They was talking like he was coming out the next day, but he's still in custody. And the brother Huu Khanum was a part of the organization. Like he said, he started 2016. And I was going through news conference. Like I seen stuff on, it was about when y'all was in Hawaii first.
Okay.
And everybody got snatched up in Hawaii. Then I seen another picture. Y'all was, I forgot where y'all was. Y'all was on a beach. I sent you that picture, the other picture.
Oh yeah, you the beach. I think I can't remember which one because it was we had Costa Rica, Hawaii, and then maybe the one you're talking about with the beach because I wasn't a part of that one. I think that was Puerto Rico. Yeah, I think PR.
Nah,
Or
you was part of it. Yeah.
Oh, I was part of it. Okay,
You in the picture. You in the picture. That's what that's the
that
picture
was
I
Costa
sent you.
Rica. That's
Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. And we were on top of a mountain actually. We weren't on the beach. There was we were 4,000 feet up in elevation. The spots that we went to, yo, Costa Rica, if anyone doesn't know, is beautiful. You feel what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Costa
Like,
Rica on the list.
yeah, man. Man, tell you what, Belize too, man. But that's the side, conversation. But yeah,
So
that's cool.
okay, so that's why you went there. When you got there and started to interact with the brothers, was it what you thought it was going to be? What was that whole system like?
I mean, I'm coming there and interacting with people as like I'm the type of person where it's like you even if you don't like me, eventually you're gonna like me. So it's like I'm cool with comfortable with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already on the knowledge mode. You know what I'm saying? When I came up there, I had glasses that were kind of bent. I was all you know what I'm saying? I'm all like doing the calculations, like really, you know what I mean, doing the work and really like I was looking kind of crazy, but the reality is that my mind was like I'm waking up. You feel what I'm saying? So you kind of looking like what you looking like when you're in the wake up stage. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm over here just figuring it out, man. I'm not knowing what's going on. I'm just what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was moving. So the reality is, yeah, that's how I moved. You feel what I'm saying? I moved in that motion. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, like I was just out there. So when I showed up to the brother, can you ask that question again? I'm sorry, I'm just making sure I'm answering.
No. I'm just saying when you got up, like, what was the process like? What was their system? Their system
Oh yeah, right.
of governance, the thing that kept you involved with the the carbonation.
Carbonation, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. It's the organ. So the people were just us, man. It's us, man. It's just niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm Nagas. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing outside of what you see.
You froze. You
Wherever
froze.
people gonna be what they're gonna be. Oh, you froze?
You good now? We good. We good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah. All right. So we good? Everything good?
Yeah. We good. We great.
So yeah, it's simple, man. What happened was when I first got there, man, and shouts out to Phoenix Rising because Phoenix Rising, he's a Nuwapian member. I didn't find out
Phoenix Rising was he was a Nuwapian member.
Yeah, he was well, I say was, but I'm not gonna say that he's not. I'm just saying was as in
When you
like
met him, he was. That's what he was. That's
yeah,
what he presented himself as, basically.
right, exactly. Not necessarily in the organization that we were at. He didn't like oh, I'm Nuwapian, but he was a part of the organization. Ben Tambray, senior master teacher. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that actually went to and his name is Steve Cologne for y'all maybe Nuwapians who don't know, Phoenix Rising. Steve Cologne, and shouts out to the brother. He's doing his thing in Honduras, next to where Dr. Sebi was. And yeah, that he got message from the master to go propagate, get the message in, Spanish. Go out there in Honduras, get the farmland, start agriculture. You know what I'm saying? He had a mission that he was given by the master teacher. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the quantum entanglement. The plot thickens because it's deep. You feel what I'm saying? So with that brother right there, he taught me a lot while I was there for the short period of time that he was there. He picked up on things I didn't pick up on, and he left early. He left like way early. You know what I'm saying? He was only there probably for like 6 months or whatever like that, maybe a little less. But he ended up leaving the organization and going back to Honduras where he was, where he going back doing because he saw what it was. I didn't have any idea of the master teacher Malachi's York.
You say what it was. What you mean?
Well, for him, they got in a fight. The dude got in a fight with this dude, not actual physical fight, but argument. And it was just an argument over it's just the way that this Nate. So as time progresses, right? We're all in the organization. Everyone's cool. We got people that are coming in from, because I'm just giving you a setting, right? We got people coming in from Philly. We got people coming in from Cali. We got people coming in from all the districts. You know what I'm saying? Any big place you name, that's what we got. So it's starting to, gain fire. You know what I'm saying? We got this girl named Kayla Reed who came from Canada. When she came from Canada, she's white. She's Mukasu. Her parents called the cops on her. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where this is where it brought the whole. This is where a lot of the following came from, because now you have the entire and whoever her family is big. You know what I'm saying? Because when they, you know what I'm saying, she came through, they were on us like, you know what I'm saying, flies on, you know what I'm saying, what drops on the ground.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's where a lot of the things, that's where BBC came in, you know what I'm saying? BBC did a whole documentary about the
because it was a report of some young Mukasu girl coming over there messing with this you know, Nagado organization.
Exactly.
And her prestigious family was like, what are you doing over there?
Right. And this dude talking about, you know what I'm saying, we God, and talking about white people are, you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there was a lot that he was, you know, he was speaking a lot of information. And mind you, at that time, people that were getting attracted to what was going on, the information he was speaking, and we'll get into that, you know, later. I'm not gonna give that right now, but he was speaking some information. So, you know, so it changed, it progressed over time, brother. And what happened is his character, Natureboy's character, showed himself over time with the group. He was not somebody that was necessarily I wouldn't say what wasn't ready, because we all go through our experiences and learn. But when the power of the people came to him, the way that he displayed the wielding the energy was reckless in some ways, and it reflected, you know what I'm saying, who he was as far as where he was mentally. And you know, that's why him and the Nuwapian brother Phoenix got in an argument, because of the simple fact that he was doing things with, you know, the women over here, and, you know, Phoenix has his girl, and, you know, this dude Nature Boy was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, trying to hit all his girls. So it became more of a thing where this dude Nature Boy is dealing with a lot of sex forces, you know what I'm saying, where he's not in control of that completely. And that's where it became with a lot of you know, over time, me being there and just in the beginning stages, that's what I noticed, where things were a little off. But it wasn't enough for me to like, oh, nah, abandon ship. It was more or less like, yo, people got things we got to work on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at this, because I'm seeing things from my point of view, how I'm like messed up and how I'm needing to.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah. So you tapped into the sex force.
Yeah.
You know, I know that, you know, and we get situations like this, a lot of brothers and sisters, especially young. What was the what was the relationship like, how did y'all go through that process? Was it an open-ended relationship? Like, because I seen a situation with the brother. I ain't even gonna talk about the last one. He was on Side Netta before he got locked up.
Talking about
yeah, when he was in his 3 guard manifestation. He's talking about he was at 60% download.
Yeah, he on that 60%, man. That was
he was on 60% download.
I was
don't let him get to 100%. I said he gonna be like Lucy. You think I don't know where that download come from, God?
Man, he said 60%, dog. I'm over here like, I put my hand in my face. I'm like, man, this brother.
I am at 60% download. When I get to 100% download, I will be able to. I was like, Xerxes, I simply ask you to kneel. Yo.
I didn't know what to make of that, man. I didn't know what to make of that.
Anyway, that's just me. Don't worry about it. It's not the brother Khanum. Because I'm gonna be jumping around because my memory is kicking in now too.
You're good.
I seen you with a live. This is when we first started. Then I'll talk about this because I seen you doing a live, and I seen him trying to bust in, and he wanted to bust in the live, right?
Yeah.
That's when I was like, that's when I said, hold up. You not just somebody that just passed through. You somebody that he has an issue with. You're a threat. And then I was like, wow, what's going on? Then I started seeing pictures of you all over the place with them. And I was like, hold up. The young God was with these niggas.
Yeah,
you know,
I was there, man. I was riding.
When y'all was doing, what kind of what was the rules as far as relationship with the women? Did you have to just take a wife? Did you have to were you able to be multiple wives? Was there wives and husbands? Because I see that one time nigga married a transsexual too.
Man, I don't know about that because I wasn't there for none of that. the trans thing, man. I wasn't there for that. No. I can't give no.
He jump right. Whoa! I wasn't there. I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, man, that was not me, man. And I have nothing against them. You know what I'm saying? More power to you. I'm just saying this. That definitely wasn't.
Hey, the way they say, woo men are women too. It's the new thing.
Man.
The woo men are women too.
Man, these dudes, I don't even want to get into that because I could go. I'm not gonna get into that one, man. You're gonna get me started. But listen, Yeah, man, it was simple, bro. The relationships were simple. It wasn't it wasn't anything too complex, man. It was really just the women, really the women get to choose. But there was a lot of manipulation behind the women's movements. You feel what I'm saying? And that's
Mm.
where this dude kicked in because really the women were choosing where they wanted to go. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was a lot of influence behind what the women choose to do because this dude, quote unquote, nature boy, three god, would influence and pick the minds of the women just to see what they would like. Like you might get with someone and be like, oh, and then he might look at the character of the person and be like, all right, is this really what you want? Go through down the. He was trying to play therapist, acting as if he could, match make. But this dude has the hardest time getting in relationships and keeping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have a broken person that really doesn't understand relationships to the highest degree or to the best degree, trying to formulate or trying to help facilitate relationships rather than letting things naturally happen because he wanted to have this dude has I think some complex with inferior power, which made him wanted to have more control over the group and organization. So every facet of the organization, he kind of wanted to have an ear to the wall just to see what's going on. So if anything was happening, he could jump in and be like, hey, and then try to give his little piece of information to either, what I'm saying, have people come together or try to break them apart. And that's what he tried to did. But that was later down the line. In the beginning, when I was there, the relationships were really basic. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really start his mind game manipulations with some of the gods. He didn't start that until what I'm saying, later on. So it was the relationships were wild though, I'll tell you, dog. Like women come to me, what I'm saying, that she might hop over, what I'm saying, be like, nah, I don't want to be with this dude, now I want to go over here. And then she'd be like, nah, I don't really want to be over there, now I want to be over here. You know what I'm saying? And then that's
Oh
how
wow.
really yeah. Yep.
So it was basically it was open relationships. It was like whoever the goddess chose to be with for that time, whatever, however long she chose to be with the individual. Now, were there times where there were multiple goddesses with one dude?
With Nature Boy that happened, but he didn't he wouldn't kind of want that to happen with because he kind of wanted to be the, what I'm saying, he wanted to be that dude as he
Yeah,
sees
he wanted to be
himself.
the dude. He's the leader. He's the alpha. So he gotta. So all right. In that being his case, did you witness times of women or sisters being mistreated? What's your
Yeah.
position on that type of? Because he got charges now, and I've seen videos of several different sisters saying that he didn't did all kinds. Like I personally watched where his baby mother talk
Yep.
about she was forced to stay with him, she was forced to marry him, she was forced to have sex. These are all
Yeah.
alleged things. I don't know any of this. I know this what she said on the news. And then there's
Yeah.
another sister who was the reason why they got ran down on because she was saying how she was basically raped and
Yes.
then disrespected on that nature. So the question is, did you witness any mistreatment of the sisters, while you were there before you left?
I did witness some things because the way we were looking at it, we were trying to handle it in house, but a lot of the people weren't even able to handle themselves. So how you gonna handle a domestic relationship where something happens where someone's being violent, whether it be a woman or a man? Because don't get it twisted, there were times where a woman might what I'm saying, start something with what I'm saying. So it's just what you're seeing is it's
Yeah.
the average thing that you would see in a hood, but now it's just being publicized. So you're seeing everything, because in the hood or in your street community, whatever, everybody knows that there's somebody that down the street beating their woman or whatever like that. You hear cops about it all the time, getting in trouble for beating their women. You feel what I'm saying? And then getting a slap on the wrist for all kinds of things that be happening. So what I witnessed personally was on the 4th of July when this woman that he had a child with got beaten up. You feel what I'm saying? In a circle. You feel what I'm saying? Where the group
Wow.
the group circled up, you know what I'm saying? And they just, and with this 4th of
Male and
July,
female?
no, this was this dude, Nature Boy, on this girl's, what I'm saying, beating her. Now, me, I'm over here, I'm intoxicated on the 4th of July because now, let y'all know. Let me pregame this because people don't know. You say you're supposed to be spiritual. You say you're
Nah, yeah,
supposed to be
you
out in
talk about
nature.
that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
yeah. That
So,
that's the catch. That's the catch line. When you
right.
get there, what's happening?
Right. So, people thinking so people wonder all right, so how do we get from being in nature and this, that, and the third to now we got niggas, over their wife or over their women, beating them in the, what I'm saying, beating them up. You feel what I'm saying? And for all y'all who don't know, this person prior to even this organization had past history with, you know what I'm saying, certain things of that nature.
Let me
Not
say
here,
allegedly for the platform.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
man. I'm not here to say, I'm not here about to talk about anyone's personal bit. You know what I'm saying, as
No,
far
I'm
as like
just
the
saying
thing.
because I'm asking about the
Yeah.
mistreatment of women, and you talk about it was a
Yeah.
circle where
Oh no, that's real. That happened, dog. That
everybody
happened.
was beating up on her.
And this happened in the US. This was not something that happened overseas. So, you know, there's a whole thing. I think there's still stuff that's happening
How
with
long
that.
ago did that happen?
This happened like probably, I mean, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It was in Cali. So I was, you know what I'm saying, at that time, you know what I'm saying, I was out there. So I already know that case is in the raps or whatever like that, as far as what the girls taking, you know, things. But man, it was wild, man, because on that date, you know, and people asking you, all right, so why didn't you step in, Khanum? Why weren't you doing this? Why weren't you doing that? The reality is that
You
over
was drunk.
time, well, yeah, over time, yeah. See, the whole nature movement and being organic and stuff like that, like after a period of time went by, what we knew as the nature movement of carbonation, melanation, of eating healthy, you know what I'm saying, vegan, no meat, feet on the dirt, touching the earth, getting out in nature, meditating, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and all of the practices that we were supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying, that changed once this dude started to follow into his own demons, which created a domino effect for other people to trip over themselves in their own demonic behavior, because you have one person that people look to, and now, you know, he starts a domino effect to all the other people, and everyone's, you know, tripping up over their own, you know what I'm saying, getting back into their own ways, and it's less progression, and now we're hustling backwards, you know what I'm saying, headed back to the, you know what I'm saying, same environment. And it's crazy because we left America to leave that society, to leave that mindset, and to leave those ways, but then we end up right back in America, which is a reflection of how those things never really got resolved. Those were things that just kind of got pushed, and then, you know, they came out over time, because no matter where you go, there you are. So, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna show who you are.
Can,
It's gonna
can,
show.
can I elaborate? I'm gonna build on that real fast because y'all had an idea. Y'all left the country to exercise the idea, but what wasn't overstood, like the master teacher has been doing since 1963, has been hitting us with these affirmation to reprogram our minds.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all left, but where y'all went, y'all took the indoctrination with y'all.
Exactly.
So no matter where y'all went, like you said, wherever you go, there you are. It's crazy. I had did a class when I was up top, I was in the Sajin, and I did a class where I was asking the brothers, I said, okay, look, you wake up in the morning and you find out that the Mukasu, the European, the Euro-American, the Caucasian, no longer has control over the planet. Now we got control over the planet. We control the political system. We control the economic system. We control the spiritual system. We control what I like to call the fuel. I call it the fuel. That's the food, the energy, the water, the land. We control everything, right?
True.
What do we do with our past oppressors? And 99% of the brothers in the class was like, knock them off. It was like,
Dang.
it
Yeah.
was like men, women, and children. I was like, God damn. Like, really? But I told him, I said, see, you're thinking like your oppressor. If you study his story, and you study colonization. They invade, they rape, pillage, they miscegenate and mix in their seeds, kill off the men, raise a new generation. Every country or state or people that have been conquered, when they become the ruler, they do the same thing as the conquerors did to them because they
Exactly.
never change the state of mind. We got to get in a different state of mind in order for any of this stuff to work. That's why, regardless you Muslim, Christian, Jew, even a lot of the Wahabians, no matter what you call yourself, a lot of niggas is stuck on nigga vibration, nigga frequency, slave nigga stuff, because that's where they at, because they haven't cleaned themselves, their minds, and let go of that toxic energy, and their hearts is still full of that larceny. You know, they still got dope fiend mentality. Niggas that sit there and quote all the lessons and quote all kinds of scrolls and knowledge, but still can't walk in the supermarket without stealing. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like one of the things that with y'all experience, by going out there in real time, which I commend y'all for the bravery, because
Right.
most niggas don't leave the block.
Right.
Niggas is we talk about leaving the planet, but you can't get a nigga to leave the block. Okay.
Yeah, I see.
So that was one part of it. But now y'all out there and he's the sole controller, and y'all still getting on some niggas, which why y'all came back to America, because really you was acting out being American no matter where you was at. So now it's like, now we getting rid of all these amenities that we would have in America to be out here in the bush when we still on some nigga shit. I want to be able to go to the store. I want to be able to, I want some AC. I want some, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to throw that in, man. And
No, I appreciate it. That's real, and that's just to add to what you were saying. That's real. That's what we were dealing with, man. We were dealing with black people, melanated people with a nigga mentality, and that's you gonna take that wherever you go. So they always say, you know what I'm saying, you can take a slave off the plantation, but if you don't give that slave knowledge yourself, he's gonna be a slave no matter where he go. So you know what I'm saying, that's what we dealing with when it comes to, you know, this is the reality. There's certain things, and mind you, right, I'm like a lot of these people that are joining, I'll let y'all know. The people that joined in the beginning when he was really teaching that, you know what I'm saying, that information that where we know where it come from, you know what I'm saying? When he was teaching that information in the beginning, that's where you saw a lot of like old, you know, people that are, you know, more a little bit more mature, you know, people that are like, all right, sensible, like understanding, like, yeah, all right, you know what I'm saying? But those are the people that left the quickest, you know what I'm saying? Because they could see with their shadow. Now, I was growing around Mukasa. I don't know about, a lot of people see, you know, what this dude is. They can look from a distance and see who he is. They're like, oh, I see that. You know what I'm saying? That's the average, you know what I'm saying? Slick pimp, you know what I'm saying? It's teaching that half, you know, written up truth. And then, you know what I'm saying? They're out there teaching. So I know where he would, I didn't know that at the time. A lot of the young people that are joining didn't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Any of that. So a lot of the older cats, you know, the wisest ones, they could see what was going on after time developed and after people left and certain people started talking about, you know, the tribe and saying, oh, they're this, that, and the third. And, you know, you get enough data, you can make, using your non-mind, you can use sound right reasoning to be able to, you know, make a reasonable of some, you know, judgment on what's happening. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm coming on today is to set the record straight on what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Because the reality is that we have a lot of people out here playing with information and they don't understand it. They it's like a cat with a ball of yarn. You go back and forth, but they ain't really understanding how to even apply the information. So as time progressed, and I'll keep the question going because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to dish it out too.
Oh no, listen, bro. We like whenever it come out, because one concept just leads and spills into another. It's just a natural progress process. And another thing, we don't want if the energy's flowing in that direction, because we don't want to get caught up in something else, and then we just totally forget about it down the line.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. And the premise of what I was saying, just to add on to what I was saying, is that later on down the line, when I found out where this dude is getting the source of some of his information is coming from.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. So you was attracted to the information, and then you found out that he wasn't, because he was acting like he was he was downloading that this is this, yo, boom, yo, you know what I was thinking about, son? Yo, when we, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
that's how he was doing it.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, this dude over here reading a pot of rocker, you know what I'm saying, on the back end on some, you know what I'm saying, YouTube.
So you say he was inspired, he was getting his information from the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York. That's what was his impressions of his information. Not as far as how he's governing the community, but as far as that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's a connection. That's good to know too, because a lot of people are trying to, you know, with the quantum entanglement, see, people are trying to put, you know what I'm saying, Natureboy and Dr. York, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to put names in each other's mouths and something like that to make it seem like these two are like similar, when really it's not. Like, there's maybe similarities, of course, but there's the reality is that what the master teacher was doing was completely different. You know what I'm saying, in the sense of but the same sense, but at the same sense, the master teacher had to understand it. And I think that's why that one Nuwapian brother got caught up in the thing, because understanding the fact that, you know, the master teacher, you know what I'm saying, before, you know, he was where he's at right now, or where he was, you know what I'm saying, it's like the reality is that he had mentors, you feel what I'm saying, he, you know, went through a certain stage in development of his own, you feel what I'm saying, for certain things of that nature. So when you're taking what does the master teacher say? He always say, when you take a rough
rugged
cut, rugged
stone,
and turn it into something,
a smooth ashlar. Yeah,
that's what we are. So I think that's where that Nuwapian brother saw with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw potential in what he could be if he utilized the information in the proper way. But just the simple fact is, a lot of people they don't understand even how to apply the information. So when I realized where the source of information came from, realizing where the source of the information come from, and this is after I left, right?
Yeah.
I started to realize that, okay, well, as I was there, the reason why I felt apprehensive, or I wasn't, and I had intuition, I wasn't tapping into my intuition or listening to
You froze, God.
you there?
Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah, you froze. I froze for a
Okay.
second.
Okay, so yeah, so
Yeah,
when
you said your intuition. You said you wasn't listening to your intuition. That's the last thing we caught.
wasn't listening to my intuition, and then as time progressed, it was realizations that you know what I'm saying, people don't understand when you get out there. And this is, I always tell people, y'all want to ever have, if you all want to extend an unsuccessful relationship, if you want to extend an unsuccessful relationship, let's go to the tropics. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna get the moonlight, you know what I'm saying? You get the beach.
That's heavy.
No, but it's real. That's the, and it's a spell that we get, and it's not a bad spell. It's just that it can really cast you know, a scenery and an environment where people, it takes the level of stress and the level of what we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. It takes that all the way down, because you're deep in the jungle. You're hearing birds.
That's beautiful.
I just saw a toucan. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? So that right there is why why some people stayed for so long. Because
yeah.
You know,
because they wouldn't have left without that. Okay, thinking about that, why did y'all get kicked out of so many tropical environments like that?
man, I'll tell you what, dog.
Y'all niggas was getting kicked. I see y'all got kicked out of Hawaii. I see y'all got arrested, right? When y'all was in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica was the first one, man. We got arrested in Costa Rica because we were on some like mentality, thinking like we were thinking about getting rid of our passports. Thank God we didn't, but we were about to, because you get rid of your passports and you don't have a passport or legal documents to get back over, you get trapped in those borders. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you go. They have this international like holding where you're a stateless citizen. Interpol get involved and you just get stuck there.
Yeah,
like, unless a country come and claim you.
Right, exactly. So what happened with us is we were on some like we basically, what happened is we had a vehicle. The vehicle was not you basically, when you're in a foreign country and you have a vehicle that comes from another country, you have to get a certain kind of certificate to be able to say, okay, this is the, you know, we had Honduras plates, this is a Honduras vehicle, you guys got to pay a certain amount of money, you know what I'm saying, for a liability insurance, you know what I'm saying, since it's a car from another country, there's a certain kind of way that they handle it. It's this third world. It's not like America. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? The way that they do things there is more third world. But so our car gets impounded. We're in Cojita. You know what I'm saying? We're in Costa Rica, Cojita, which is near Limon. For anyone that knows in Costa Rica, Limon, Cojita. It's more the Caribbean side of Costa Rica, where a lot of black people are. So, you know, that's where we went to. You know what I'm saying? We were just on a little, you know what I'm saying, going over there just for a little excursion. We go over there. Our car ends up getting impounded because they have stops, you know what I'm saying, where they stop you. They want to know who you are, you're traveling, this, that, and the third. They asked us all these questions. They found out Costa Rica and Honduras aren't really necessarily the best when it comes to negotiation with each other as far as the diplomacy. So, you know, anyone with Honduras license plates or anyone with, you know, Honduras background, you could get targeted by these police because they don't really, you know, they're not too.
They don't mess with Honduras. They got beef.
Exactly right. So what happened to us is we black, and you know what I'm saying, we in this area called Cojita, which is still kind of racist, you know what I'm saying, due to the fact that black people just don't get treated well, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas. So we there, and they're like, yo, we got to impound your car. And then they're like, who's got, you know, how many of y'all got stamps? You know what I'm saying? We didn't have stamps. We were trying to get rid of our passports. We were trying to burn our passports. We were like, yo, let's just go off the grid. This dude, Natureboy was like, yo, this is how a big a smart dummy is. And I'm just saying, bro, this made me laugh. Looking back on it now, this dude came out his mouth and said, yo, if we just burn our passports and then they book us in, but we don't say anything, just don't talk at all, they have to let us go. And I'm over here looking like this dude just said,
that is not international law, beloved.
Bro, this dude came out his mouth and said, if we just burn our passports and don't say anything. And I get what he was trying to, but I was like, no, that's not at all gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got imported, you know what I'm saying? Basically, with the car got impounded, we got impounded, you know what I'm saying? They took us in the vehicle. They said, oh, you guys don't have stamps either? Car's not ready. Oh, both of y'all coming with us. We're taking y'all to immigration. We're gonna take the car to the impound. Y'all gonna have to get that with paperwork. They did this. They booked this in. You feel what I'm saying?
How many of y'all?
It wasn't everyone. Some people did have their stamps. It was me, Nature Boy, like 3 or 4 women, and then another 2 or 3 of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? That we you know what I'm saying, we got locked up. So we were in there for about a month, maybe less than that. You know what I'm saying? We're in the transitional stage because with the legalese of the foreign countries, it takes a little bit for things to transition. So you good? Okay. So it takes a little bit of things to transition. So we were dealing with immigration laws. You know what I'm saying? Immigration laws say that if you're an American citizen and you don't get your passport stamps every 6 months, then what happens is they have to, you know, send you back to your farm, much like a cattle, you know what I'm saying, that has a thing on his ear. You can't, rights of passage to travel is not free. You feel what I'm saying? For those, you know. So that's what happened. So we got locked up, man. And I'll tell you this too, when we were in immigration, this is where I'll tell y'all where y'all, if y'all are traveling, make sure y'all do stamp that passport if you're not sovereign and you don't have legal jurisdiction, because they will impound you and they'll put you and they'll keep you in there. There was a dude that was American that was in there for 6 months. There's people from Africa that were in there for like 2 to 3+ years, just got locked up at the border, man. Africans, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get out.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Stuck. You know?
Yeah,
So,
that's crazy. So what's your all right? There was a situation where elder sister had transitioned amongst the group.
Yep. Mama Dia.
What was the surrounding circumstances with that, where it took place, and what was the end result? Like, what happened with that?
Yeah, with the Mama Dia situation, she was and you know, rest in power to her. She's great. She's amazing. Mama Dia was awesome. You know what I'm saying? She knew a lot of information. She was a woman that was older, that was really looking for some type of healing. You feel what I'm saying? Had a rough past in her life, not putting her business out there to the public. Y'all can, you know, if you want to find that, go find that. Beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? Older, grandmother figure, you feel what I'm saying? Loved her, man. She's so awesome. And she was, you know, she was attracted to the information and knowledge. When she came through with a whole suitcase. I'll never forget, man. She always represents royalty to me. You know what I'm saying? She's like that grandmother that was like the queen at one point, but then she like retired from being the queen and she's still royal. So when she pulled up, she had a suitcase of all of her, you know, all her possessions. She had trinkets, she had jewelry, she had all kinds of, like, you could tell she was really into the luxury aspect of life. She was really just really royal, man. She just had a good spirit about her. You know what I'm saying? She's been through a lot, and to, you know, make it this far and to be in an environment around people that she, you know, seed as people that, you know, were good friends of her. That's what was going on. As far as that part was the
You had broke up a lot. Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now, but you had broke up some when he's talking about Mama. But what happened with her? How did she transition?
She transitioned because she had heart contentions problems, things that weren't, at least to me, was not I wasn't opened up to any of that information. The people that came to the tribe normally, if they didn't message one of us, they would message the Nature Boy dude, and he would, you know what I'm saying, profile him, see what's going on, what do you know, so what you got to bring to the table, how are we going to build this, that, and the third, because you don't just want to let anyone up in your reality, right? So he was trying to do his best with the screening, I guess, right? And somehow that information either slipped his mind or she told him, and he had whatever it was, man. We were teaching at that point in time, you don't need medicine, because your mind, you know what I'm saying, is what heals you. So we're out here, you know what I'm saying? And I say we because I was out there propagating that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting y'all know, you feel what I'm saying? I wasn't in necessarily the best.
You wasn't controlling it. But okay, so
yeah.
Did y'all get any charges? Did anybody get charged with something or something like that?
No. I mean, it was a complete natural thing that happened with it, because what happened was one night she was in her tent. We were all cool. Everything's good. Now there was a lot of stress in the environment where we were sitting up until 3 o'clock having meetings, niggas, you know what I'm saying, doing, you know, push-ups. This is where we were getting more into our like military aspect, where we were disciplining and trying to bring the strength up with more of the men there, because some of the men that came, you know, after a period of time were kind of like a little bit more, you know, feminine or softer. I'm not in no disrespect, yo. Femininity is power, bro. But
I mean, listen, how was it? We'll get
yeah.
to that. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
So, so what we trying to do is we trying to build, warriors, people that, are going to be on alert, wherever we go. Just like if you're in a gang, if you want a gang, you got to watch the six, you got to make sure you're all alert, because you never know where someone, you caught lacking, someone could come up and just, so we making sure that we have that military mindset and just keeping ourselves up, getting a routine together, much kind of like with the military, which I see how the way that the Nature Boy was trying to lead it, because I see how he was leading. I'm looking at it from a standpoint, whereas if I'm in that position and I have people under me, how am I trying to navigate? So I could see how he was using certain tactics and blueprints of other people's, like military tactics, as far as being able to, you got to do push-ups, and, just keep your stuff up, tidiness, cleanliness. There was a lot of things that were blueprinted based off of what he had in his mind that he, put out there, which were some good things. Not all things were negative. Because I'm not here to I'm not here to make everything that brother did as seem as if it was like, what it was. But the reality is that he was trying to do that. So that's really what we went through. So yes, for her, it was just really stress. I think it was a lot of stress what she was dealing with. And then the fact that her heart was so dependent. She was taking the medications for like 20 plus years. So if you've been taking medications, I don't care who you are, but if it's dealing with the heart and you've been taking medication for 20 plus years, you stop medication cold turkey. Exactly, and that's where it was a lot of irresponsibility when it comes to this character, and not being able to navigate a group of people and knowing, which people maybe to take. And he was just learning, but I mean that's what I picked up of. I learned through him a lot of things what not to do, and that's one of them. If someone ever comes to your organization or even comes into your life saying they have heart problems, or if they say anything, they have any medication, anything like that, do extensive research. Don't just be out here be one of those spooky people that says, oh, your mind can heal your body, and you don't need to. That's only one aspect of it,
baby. Your mind, you can mind control everything, beloved. Yo, but you talk about, because I chimed in on the feminine men situation, because I seen a video with a bunch of niggas sitting there massaging the nigga feet.
Oh gosh, that's wild, man.
He's sitting there. They take his boots off. It's like 7, 8 brothers on their knees in front of him while he's sitting down, and they take his boots off and they massaging his feet, and he's telling them, get right there behind the heel, get the ball of the feet. Was that a regular practice during the joint? Did he have a group of brothers that would have like that, or
things changed?
Was that new with 3 guard? Was that a 3 guard situation?
That's 3 guard. A lot of things changed. Niggas getting slapped in the face, rubbing foots. That's new stuff. Real. Sorry. That's real. No, it's real. That's
smacked in the face.
Yeah.
What's that about? Okay, I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying? They get
by who? Security or him?
Him, man. For certain people, yeah. Like certain people got. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So. Wow. This dude got these people to a point, at least some of the men got the men to a point to accept certain things. Now, some of them say that it was an act. Some of them say, and I say all this stuff as far as the new stuff that I wasn't there for, allegedly smacking. But there's no allegedly about getting smacked. We did see that on camera, so there's no allegedly about that. But the pretense behind why it happened allegedly was said that it was just something for the people. They do skits to try to get people's attention. I can't say yay or nay because
snaggers and niggas massaging the feet, because with like even Side Nutter, no, fuck with Side Nutter, he started playing himself, but even Side Nutter was he was like, well, if you're gonna have people, why you ain't have some sisters massage your feet, bro? Why you even want a bunch of dudes massaging your feet? That's the question, but then 3 guard responded like, one of the problems, I got 3 guard. One of the problems with you mortals is that you concern yourself with sexuality, and sex you haven't overstayed. You have to go past that. Once you pass that, then you will reach the climax of reality, and you'll see. He says some shit like that, right? So
that dude be on that type of time. Just let you know, hey, listen. That dude be on that type of time. You want to know what time that dude? He's on 3 guard time.
He's on 3 guard time on a regular?
You feel me? That's what that dude on, man. Nah, it changed, man. It changed. A lot of the
Hold on. So before you left, Did you
Right.
see him on some of that 3 God time?
Okay, so yeah, I would say the 3 God
Where
time.
he was part of the Rainbow Coalition, where he was
Yeah.
mixing spectrum energies and gatekeeper shit.
Right. Okay, so he did at one point say, because the thing about it is, once Young Pharaoh came out and scorched this dude, and I don't really mess with Young Pharaoh like that because he said something personally about me, made a
He's
video about
another
me.
person
Yeah,
biting the master
man, you
teacher
know what I'm saying?
information.
Yeah,
But
man,
yeah.
me and Pharaoh, we're gonna have to have a real comedy because this dude made a video about me.
Young Pharaoh Allah.
Young Pharaoh Allah. Let me get it right. You know what I'm saying?
That's the nickname, Young Pharaoh Allah.
So so that dude, once he scorched Nature Boy and exposed whatever past history he got going on to the community, I think Nature Boy got well, he was definitely, and this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying this is what he was, thinking, but I'm just observing and using my mind to be able to be like, oh, he got triggered. And clearly he got triggered by that. You know what I'm saying? He, did back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? Got in a battle with him, and I think that's what triggered a lot of that stuff, that 3 God time, where he started to embrace the things that he went through in his past and tried to turn some knowledge into it, where he was talking about the dual spirits and he was talking about certain things. And that's where, he stepped into that. You feel what I'm saying?
Can you fill us in? Like, what you mean by things that was done in his past? I don't understand.
Oh, well, I mean, for just things I heard he was a professional stripper. He was telling me, this is things he told me.
Or was he got into pornography? Was he in pornography?
I don't know about
snap. That's right. Niggas say he was in gay porn at one point.
Yes, so there's a whole thing that happened that Young Pharaoh was exposing about the doctor thing, where he got his prostate, or he got his little, dookie shooter, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's just what happened. I'm not here to, it's whatever floats your boat. I'm just saying that that's what he went through, and I think there was a lot of not being able to accept even that he went through that, where now he wants to prove to the people like, it's okay. It's okay, right? So by any means necessary, it's okay. You feel what I'm saying? How this dude gonna try to make it seem?
What? Well, you know what? To the world, it is okay.
Yeah.
if you a fruit booty, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? If that's your thing, that's your thing. We love people to be who they are, but fly your flag, okay? That's what we say. Don't be fronting. Don't be in the closet. Don't act like that. We bear witness to the gatekeepers. We understand the science.
Right.
And even going into a lot of this, that taps into that sexual situation too with the sex force, because there's been, and it developed even in the Wapian journey. I've seen pockets, not the organization,
right,
but pockets of people within the organization that get caught up in those little sex capades that just totally contradict what the doctrine teaches. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it in both. I've seen it in, and it's happened in Georgia, happened in New York.
Absolutely.
Not in the present people that's there, but it's been around. So you always got to have people that, and even all the religious people in authority, they start to just warp stuff out and become and pervert things, man. So I've seen that, and so woo.
Yeah,
so
man.
Guard, he was on his 3 guard. So 3 guard was like.
And when I say this, let me say this too. He wasn't, when he was there, he was just teaching about, because as we know, with the Masih, where he teaches about how, these beings with dual spirits come through to be able to settle disagreements that may be, there with the masculine and feminine just in their regular form. You know what I'm saying? As far as what's here on this earth, right? So, I mean, that's what he was teaching. That's at that point. That's why I was, always so propagating as well. But it turned out that this dude also, man, that's just like, that's what he was doing. So he said too, he was saying that at one point in time in the beginning, he was saying how when he went down that road and explored that road, he was saying how he thinks that the completion of God, as far as him being God, in that was having a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? As like, how people be polygamous. He was saying, well, polygamy with man and woman. He was saying that at one point in time. I was like, it's not me. But I mean, if that's
so
what
you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be incomplete, God. I'm gonna be incomplete. I mean, some people go through that because once you start to understand the significance of the sacred feminine, and men that look like, that's how I look a lot of some, not a lot, but some brothers that consider themselves homosexual, and even some that don't. like a lot of pimps are very feminine.
Yeah,
Because what happens is they overstand, they hacking the power of the sacred feminine and utilizing her power to manipulate everybody's reality.
true,
You see what I'm
true,
saying? So they become
true.
very feminine in their mannerisms and in their movements.
Right.
So a lot of dudes that start to study women and understand how powerful women are, they start to take on those. They want to be that. They like, oh, I need that. I need that
Yeah.
power. You know what I'm saying? But that's weird, bro. That's, sheesh. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. That's what he went through. So, you know, so he just, yeah, so that's that influenced the behavior of some of the people in the group as well. Just to, like, you know, open up to even say certain things. And this is where Sparks, this is where he starts to open up more about his past, and he starts to, you know, do he starts to do revealing videos, I guess, of like his past and do stories. And then now he puts all his business out there. He's trying to get everyone else to put all his business out there, but he's also narrating it how he wants to be told, because over time we find out that some of the things and stories that he was telling the people as far as his background wasn't adding up completely. So he was still, there was levels to what he was really exposing to the people. And I'm not even saying you have to put your business out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through whatever you're going through and you make it out of that situation, and now you know what I'm saying, you can overcome, be a better person or whatever like that, you know.
So what happened with you? Because we didn't say it. So, but you were the one behind most of his videos and advertisements. And when he was pushing his agenda, you were doing a lot of the videography and editing and,
Yep.
and graphics and advertising and stuff. When did you
Absolutely.
go from like? I want you to speak on that, and
Well,
then we're gonna rotate into what happened between y'all
okay.
that dissolved the relationship.
All right. Well, just to put it out there too, I learned how to do Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, and you know the edits and stuff like that from a brother who actually came there. Well, there's two people that showed me. The first person that started to edit his videos in Costa Rica was a woman by the name of BP, is what we call her. You know what I'm saying? She actually did an interview with Channel 11. You might have seen it. She was the woman there. You know what I'm saying? That was talking, the bigger woman that was talking about her experience there. She from Atlanta. So yeah, so she's one of the women that did the did a download, but she was there when I was there. She was actually T.I.'s producer. So she had a little she already had some fame, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know, Atlanta and people knowing about her because she was, you know, producing music for T.I., right? So she left that organization and whatever she was into with T.I. to come to be a part of the organization here. She taught me the basics about iMovie, which iMovie is like a lesser, you know what I'm saying, degree of what Final Cut Pro is, which is just a video app. So she was teaching me how to do that, as well as I was, you know, into the music. She was like, yo, I have a great voice. You should do something with music. She was really inspiring me. Shouts out to BP, man. She's a pure inspiration. So I'm saying, you know, I love her. You know what I'm saying? She's my sister. She's my family. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to BP. But yeah, she was out there and she navigated me through understanding how to use iMovie. I would just watch her, you know what I'm saying, what she was doing. And she was just be like, when she left, because she left too. When she left everything. You feel what I'm saying? So there was nobody doing videos, none of that. So I had to kind of pick up the slack when she left. I was like, dang. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I want to, you know what I'm saying? This message got to get out. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking about it. Because I'm less concerned. Like people be like, look at me and be like, all right, so why were you know what I'm saying, somebody that would be under and start your own thing? First and foremost, you know, at that point in time, I'm coming out of, you know what I'm saying, Mukasu land, not understanding, you know, a lot of things. Mind you, I don't have a problem with someone being the mouthpiece because someone, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not even looking at trying to be the headpiece. I'm coming here for salvation. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about all that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in nature. I'm trying to do all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm less concerned.
Yeah, you had a whole different agenda.
Yeah, I'm less concerned about being that kind of, you know what I'm saying, being as far as like out there starting to think. Mind you, if I had to do it, I will. But I'm just saying that if something was already in motion. So I'm just here, you know what I'm saying, working together and moving what's in motion because, you know, this is for the people. It's not about that person, Nature Boy. It's not about me. It's about me. I'm not gonna lie. It's about me. You know what I'm saying? I do want to live in a good environment. Don't get it twisted. But the reality is that, you know, we're doing it for the people as well, to show the people that there's another way. Because a lot of people, like how I saw it in the community, is we got all these people out here speaking, teaching, this, that, and the third, but they ain't no movement. No one's moving. That's one of the reasons why I got sparked, because I'm over here like, Ain't nobody moving. Like, okay,
You like at least he trying to do something.
At least that's all I, bro. That's all it was. I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, at least.
So all
dude,
this is post. All this is post the kid. This is after the kidnapping of the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York. So, because I want to note that because after the master teacher was kidnapped, there's really have been no building, any place in the conscious community. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, with his school, that idea was probably like one of the only ideas of autonomy that came out in the last 20 years, and that is where it's at. So
independent.
Yeah, I mean, because even when I ain't gonna lie, when I came, because when I came home, first thing I said was when I went out to Harlem, see Sinetta, and I was like, yo, y'all supposed to own Mart 125. Mart 125 is across the street from Apollo Theater in Harlem, and Sinetta and them usually set up right there on that street.
Right.
So I'm like, with all of y'all had the 10-year run for Light, Suicide, you know what I'm saying? The twins, the red and blue pill.
Yeah, red and blue pill.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had so many brothers coming through this platform. The Hebrew Israelites, the Gods and Herbs, the WAP. March 125 was like a mini mall with little cubbies in it. I'm like, every one of those organizations could have had a different cubby in the Mart. And anybody that visited the city now that's looking at these videos can now go into Mart 125 and be able to experience all the different brothers and all the different doctrines. Like, niggas did nothing though. Niggas wasn't giving out turkeys, school supplies. Nigga, even the drug dealers give out turkeys and school supplies. So, but brothers wasn't moving nothing, bro. Like, that's what I seen. I was like, damn, nothing? We ain't got nothing. All this power.
Years.
Think about all these years, all this power, and everybody went off and still making their living off of what they're doing. But as a collective, they present nothing to the people. But rhetoric.
And rhetoric, right. And this is the thing. How I was looking at it on, because mind you, before I even left, I was trying to get the Nature Boy dude connected to the Asir dude, which had a whole different group of black brothers that were Moors, you feel what I'm saying? But still it's people, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like we can bring people together and we can have a movement, you feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really been like that since Marcus Garvey, you feel what I'm saying? And when Marcus Garvey stepped out there and did his thing, you seen what happened to that. So I'm on some like, all right, we tried Move, you know what I'm saying? We heard about Move and what happened with Move, and that the organization got shut down. We got Dr. Malachi Z. York, you feel what I'm saying, which out there did the best damn thing I've seen, you know what I'm saying, anybody attempt to do ever, you feel what I'm saying, as far as what we got going on with black people in America. That got shut down.
I understand.
Now I'm thinking like, now I'm looking like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking this is all afterthought because I didn't know about the master teacher at that time. But I'm thinking when that time as I'm going through it, I'm thinking like looking at all the Marcus Garveys and, Martin Luther King, who gathered 1 million people together and walked on Montgomery Street and everything like that. And then you got all these people coming together, Farrakhan. But I'm over here like, all right, Farrakhan, you got Nation of Islam, NOI. Shouts out to Rizza Islam. I know me and him will be talking soon. We got all these brothers out here. But at the NOI, it's like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Where is the agenda that we can do? And I'm not saying anything against the Nation of Islam, but I would ask, as far as Farrakhan is, he's stepping down right now. Shout out to Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's stepping down, but
shout out to the minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Of course, he's been sojourning for years, man. Again, we looking for, you got to clean the people up. So he's been helping to clean the people up, man. I ain't got no negatives on it. I'm just saying we know that this is a day and time for results. And I'm gonna suggest this to everybody. I'm gonna write it in the chat. Go read the book, The Invisible Man, by Ralph Ellis. I think Ellis or Edison. Let me look it up. One of my favorite books, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they created the Mukasu, the Caucasian created the concept of the invisible man that you can't see, right? But they created it based on Ralph Ellison book. I'll keep messing his name. I'm killing his name. But the book deals with Black leadership. It deals with Black leadership and It gives you all the different versions of Black leadership, and it takes you on a journey of a college student that visits. He's coming from the South. He goes through some drama in the South, and then he's sent to New York, to Harlem, during this time frame when you got the UNIA, where you got the Nation of Islam, where you got Martin Luther King, you got you have all these different thought patterns being soapbox to the people on the street, and it shows you him going through all those different schools. He's going through those schools with the NAACP and then the Black Revolutionary and the Pan-African and Nation of Islam. He's going through the schools and to find himself.
Right.
You know, phenomenal book that I would suggest to anybody, any of our young students. Ralph Ellison. I gave it to my son in the. I read it. I did a report on it while I was in school. Nigga went to school. I could read. And because when you're talking about these different leaders, or you talk about the Nation of Islam under Louis Farrakhan and under Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the split and War of the Muhammad and all of the more Science Temple, Marcus Garvey. These are different schools of thinking. We look at them as all ours. They all our schools. They all teach a different part of discipline that's needed for us to complete the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to throw that in there. The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. I suggest everybody read the book. I personally am putting something together to definitely what the brother said. Shout out to Emperor Khufu. Always a shout out to Emperor Samhu Amini-Ray. All right, I didn't know ye. Okay, cool. Emperor Khufu, who's completing a cipher of all of these different things under the state. Not an organization, not a 501c3, not a the church, synagogue, or mosque, but a sovereign, fully autonomous, indigenous nation state. Let's just leave it at that.
Absolutely.
So and then y'all already know that. Y'all seen the last joint, okay?
Salam alaikum magic, man.
You see the last joint. So definitely.
I feel you though. That's real.
Yeah, but I just wanted to throw that in there. So now go into your drama, your beef with the brother. What happened between y'all?
Right. So with us, and I say this, you actually sparked me to have this kind of thought about it, because I was thinking because you were and you could repeat. I don't want to jack your words up, but you were telling me something along the lines of how you interpreted how Natureboys saw me in that moment in time where we in between the tick and the talk, where you caught him, you know what I'm saying, on because he was only there briefly. It's crazy.
He was only there briefly. Oh yeah, when you're live.
Yeah, it's brief.
But the fact that he came out and was so adamant about getting in, and you're talking around him, and I'm looking at him get hit by what you're saying, how it's affected. I'm like, damn, you a threat. He needs to subdue you. Like he wants you to submit. Like he had the niggas rubbing his feet. He wants you in that pocket. Yeah. Like you're the type, like I guess I wasn't there with y'all, but this is the impression I got from seeing y'all on the live.
Right.
Y'all couldn't be in the same space and time. Because he would have had to. He would have had to make sure everybody's seeing that you submitted to him in order for him to feel like he was the leader. Yeah, and that's what I'm feeling.
It's crazy you say that too, because oftentimes we found each other we were always on opposite ends of the room too. Like in whenever area we were at, it was always at opposite spectrums. And like, me really honestly, what you're seeing is an unfoldment of me realizing who I am, what I am through my experiences. You never really know what you're capable of until you go through certain experiences to really show you who you are. Like that nigga that didn't know he could fight until he fought. And then he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
I got hands.
I got hands. Now I know I got hands because I put the hands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so I'm figuring a lot of people are seeing things, like you said, like there's certain things that you could pick up in those times and space where my mind wasn't catching up to my reality. You feel what I'm saying? Where I was like, I was in it and I was going through experiences, but I wasn't even understanding my own emotions. You feel what I'm saying? As far as like my thought patterns and even little things that I was doing that were indicators to show me like who I was, but I wasn't picking up on that because sometimes, you know, in my past, especially, you know, I had to kind of just being around white people, Mukasus, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying, always in an aggressive state dealing with them because I always felt like I had to defend myself because I was different. You know what I'm saying? I look different. I talk different.
Facts.
You
That
feel
makes
me?
sense.
So I'm always in that mode. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, I got to a point where it's like because there's like an inferiority complex that happens with some Mukasu. Not all of them, but some of them just don't feel comfortable around us because of the way that, you know what I'm saying, we are. So I dealt with a lot of that, which put me in a stage of sometimes to be friends with people, I'd have to be a little passive based off the jokes because no matter who was what, you know what I'm saying, I could beat a dude's ass, you know what I'm saying, and the next day he still crack a joke, you know what I'm saying, due to the fact that it's just, it don't, you know what I'm saying, that's just how they are sometimes, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with like being like, yeah, Mukasus, right? So I'm just giving a pretenses to let you know,
They
like that's why, you
obnoxious,
know what I'm saying?
they're obnoxious, and they rope you into your, you know,
Yeah,
they hide their truths under their jokes.
exactly. And a lot of black people become passive because of this. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of black people are passive, maybe not towards each other, but when it comes to that Mukasu, niggas be
Because
passive.
they're in mainstream society, because we're a culture within a culture. We're a
Yeah,
people, a nation within a nation. We just need to
right,
get access to our rights. But
right.
yeah, and we know that by how the system moves, that they control everything that's around us. I mean, that's
Exactly.
again, that's changing, but that's what we grew
Yeah.
up in.
Right. So you know, so with me and him, with the fallout, it was more or less like I didn't even look at it fall because what happened is when I was there, I didn't even people like say like, oh, you left, what made you leave? It wasn't even that I left, like you know, off my own. It would happen because the Natharu, you know what I'm saying, definitely put me in the right, like, yo, your time's up here. You learned everything you need to learn, you know what I'm saying? Go on, you know, about your journey and take, you know, your next steps to wherever you're going. I look at it more like that. Whenever I go through experience, good or bad,
That's
whatever,
official.
it's a school, you feel what I'm saying? I'm an eternal
Definitely
student
official.
to
Yeah.
life. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a student to life. So everybody my teacher, you feel me? So that's how I look at life. It takes out the ego. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be like, no one can teach me nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is that you were taught how to speak English to even say the words that are coming out your mouth to even
Yeah,
spark someone.
everything you was taught.
You feel me? So it's like, yeah, let's not be with the B. You know what I'm saying? Let's not with the BS. So for me, I learned that's how I was looking at it. So it's not really like that for me. How he looked at it, like you said, was trying to control the narrative, you feel what I'm saying, of the people that leave because he doesn't want to make it seem like there's anyone that leaves that has any more authority or power over him or it would look like they are appearing to be somebody that is a brighter light, you know what I'm saying? And it just really comes from his own insecurity because if you a real nigga, you ain't worried about what another nigga do. You know what I'm saying? You out there getting it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not bothered by what you're doing. So for you to come into my inbox, or not my inbox, for you to come into my live on my comments, you feel what I'm saying? And then just be, you know what I'm saying, trying to spar with me. I'm over here like, I'm not even thinking about you, dude. Like, I have no, like, you live your life, my brother. Like, you are a grown man. If there's nothing, if I'm not taking money out your pockets and I'm not hurting your family, you feel what I'm saying? There should be nothing, you know what I'm saying, that you would be threatened by. That shows me you got insecurity within yourself. It has nothing to do with me. It has more to do about your insecurity and how you view me. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at the situation. That's why I went straight to the, you saw me, I went straight to the, you know what I'm saying? Yo, when you're dealing with these negative forces, because I killed it. I'm like, yo, you have to understand, feeding the forces.
He was talking around his ass.
And
like,
it wasn't to shut him down and make him feel like ish. It was more or less to just be like, yo, we don't feed that negative forces. If you coming in here on some aggressive, like I'm trying to control the narrative of this conversation and wants to get up on the live to try to like bully the live, it ain't gonna happen, Captain. Because I'm gonna X you out. You feel what I'm saying? You can get blocked, deleted.
That's real. That's real.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's my live. You came into my domain, and now in my domain, this is how it happened. You feel what I'm saying? I was in your domain once, you know what I'm saying, in the physical space. We didn't link eye to eye, things didn't whoop-de-whoop. So you know what I'm saying? We ain't there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
how
he was talking like he took care of you and all that.
No, I
Give me
took
some
care of him.
clarity on that. That's what I'm saying.
I took care of the organization when I
And
was there.
why do people do that? Because
Mm.
he was on a video, that same video with Sinetta, he was saying, yo, people come and give me 300,000, 50,000,
Right.
70,000. So and you was one that you gave us some bread. Talk about that.
Man.
Talk about that.
So I'm out here, right? We in the tropics, we in the, you know what I'm saying, we in Cancun, we living it up. Hey, do that, you know what I'm saying? We listen to all the, you know what I'm saying, a little reggae music. I'm saying we having a blast, man. And of course there's strife. Of course there's things that you see on everyone to where you go, you're gonna deal with some type of something, right? So I'm not paying attention to that though, and not not really paying attention to the signs that I should be paying attention to. I was more just happy to be my ass in Cancun. I'm like, I'm out here, I'm in the beach. I could really just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make it work at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Just disappear and
I'm
just
being
become one
patient.
with that. Yeah.
I'm doing everything, man. I'm being
You on your
patient with this
journey.
brother. I see this dude, I see him messing up and stuff. And that's why I said for you, like when you sparked me, I realized I could have been a better friend. You feel what I'm saying? Because the reality is, and a friend is not somebody that just stays there and yes, man, you up. Nah, a friend is someone that puts you in your place and tells you like, yo, you wrong, and then might dip because of your action. That's a friend. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's gonna let you know, like, hey, man, you ain't really moving like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really standing in your square. Like, where you moving is not, it's not, you know, adding up.
Yeah, we getting away from the script, bro. You pulling an audible. We got a plan, and you not staying the course.
Exactly. And this
ego
dude
is kicking in.
And the thing about it is when he switched to the Messiah thing, where he was like, oh, I'm the Messiah, in the back ends, where people don't understand that. And it's crazy because it got filtered out. People got filtered out over time, which is why the Messiah thing was even able to hang on. Because a lot of the people that experienced, you know, what I experienced when he said to the people behind the scenes, off camera, I'm only calling myself the Messiah so I can inspire other people to be great. That's what he said. He said, I'm gonna claim myself to be great so other people can be great. That's what he was doing. He do little motivational speaks, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes to get people fired up. You feel what I'm saying? So niggas like, yeah, you know, so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, people out here
see,
like
the master said, he said, we all are the cure, the saviors for this planet. He said, we all are the saviors. We all are the cure for this sick world. You see what I'm saying? The Messiah is a spirit force at this point that we have to take on, you know?
Right.
So when people still holding on to that, and then not to get spooky, right? Let's say this.
Yeah, spooky.
Another thing is this. Masa or Masi or Messiah is an action of anointing. It's not just, so we got a lot of time we be like so far away from religion, but then when we go do our thing, and this thing that's so far away from religion, it's exactly what the religion people are saying that they do. And it's like, we got to stop that. We got to stop doing that. If we're not religious, to stop trying to be those religious figures.
Makes us look ignorant, really. It really does. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality of what was going on with that. So a lot of the and I found out more information that I'm not like I said, I'm not here to put any more public business out there, but I think that as far as the adoption and being raised by white people, I think that that's something that me and him shared a common, and it's all allegedly, right? Because people said that, but I think that is something that he saw himself in me in certain instances and certain, like, you know, just like trying to, you know, understand who they are, figure themselves out. You know, we all learn, and that's how it happens. You can't bang nobody for their development stages. That's one thing I ain't gonna allow nobody to do, because at one point in time, guess what? Your mom was feeding you with a baby spoon. So don't even try to come with me as I'm all this. Nah, bro. At one point in time, your mom was feeding you with a baby spoon before you even knew how to speak. So let's not try to act like people don't develop. Let's not try to act like everyone's development stage, everyone that was ever great, you know what I'm saying? They had development.
Had to come through that sacred feminine.
All of them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna play those games to try to, you know what I'm saying? Because he would do little things to try to make himself seem like he was so much more different and like anointed for the position that he's trying to do over time. And this is how people didn't catch the, you know what I'm saying, the one-on-one. People didn't catch it, right? The catch-20 was that he was saying certain things like that, but behind the scenes, he was telling certain people like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm only saying this to empower other people, you know what I'm saying, with the Messiah thing. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? So the people that knew that got filtered out over time, and other people came. I'm the one, I was the last one that really had to understand some of the things that he was saying. And I think that is one of the reasons why he didn't necessarily want, you know what I'm saying? Because the people that are there now weren't there when I was there. So they have no idea about his transition. They have no idea about things he was saying prior to what he's saying now. They're just going with the new of what he's saying and kind of just going off that because they think it, you know, make sense committee, right? They just going along with it, shaking their head, but they're not actually making it make sense because it's contradictory with some of the knowledge that he'd be teaching due to the fact that he had to switch it up because of the fact that the information he got came from the master teacher. Now there's a deep, and I could, because I don't want to do allegedly, and I don't want to do anyone like that as far as like, because I was told that
where he gets information from.
I was told that, and this come from one of Baba's children.
I heard it also.
Yeah, one of Baba's children told me this, right? So she told me that Dushwa was the one who taught Natureboys, because he used to have a barbershop back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And Natureboys used to play chess with him, go by the barbershop or whatever like that. I'm not quite sure to what extent their relationship was, but I do know that Duswa York, who claims himself to be York, you know what I'm saying, was part of the, you know what I'm saying, organization and had information and knowledge. And that's where I was told that he got a lot of his information from was from the pruning, I guess you would say, that Duswa did to this individual, meaning that he didn't have much of, he had like probably good spirits, good energy, you know what I'm saying, good character, but maybe he just didn't have certain information that Duswa was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, if I give this brother this knowledge, he could, you know, it's allegedly.
I mean, as
know.
Nuwapian, the first thing you thinking about is propagating whoever
Yeah.
you talk to, because everybody's a messenger with a message. You know,
Yeah.
so whatever doctrine you bear witness to, you're a messenger of that doctrine, whether you want to be or not.
Yeah.
Because of your character, your ways and actions, people watch you, your words, people listening. And so, and if you teach in a tabligh and you know, it's going through the madras and you're doing the teaching, so that's just a regular. But I'm not gonna speak on the character of those individuals. You know,
Right.
I'm
We
not
don't, we
here
don't
to
go.
judge, and
Yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna keep pushing because no matter what negative times, niggas ain't stopped. You can't stop the rain.
And
You
stop
can't
the
stop
rain.
the rain from falling. So I put in the chat, read
Mhm.
The Animal Farm by George Orwell, because when you were speaking, that's what it sounded like. The Animal Farm was a bunch of animals, and they were beefing about how the humans were treating everybody, and so they conspired together to overrun the farm and get rid of the humans.
Right.
And they were like, "We're gonna control the farm. We're gonna deal with each other in a just and honorable fashion, and we're gonna
Yeah.
move according to how we move." And
True.
so they ran the humans out. They took over the houses and stuff. So now the leaders that constructed the laws of the animal farm, they moved into the house where the humans was. And then they
Right.
started wearing the human clothes. And they started acting like the humans. And then what they started doing was as time progressed, they started acting out different mannerisms that were similar to the humans and anti-animal.
Right.
And then they started getting rid of the laws. They started erasing the laws and changing the laws. And then the
True.
people, well, the animals that were around for the original laws, they started to rotate them out of the way, get rid of them, so that they don't have nobody else could question. That's why when you said it, I'm like, oh, that's a, like I told before, I can
Right.
read. So I got some books that, so when certain things pop up, books pop in my head. Boom. That goes along with that. Goes along with that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, that's
please
real, man.
read. Yeah.
So you know, so
Animal
that's
Farm
what.
by George Orwell.
Yeah, that's real, man. So that's that. So that's how I see it. Like I see it like that. That's how. And as far as that goes, so when the energy happened, right? I was there. How I ended up not being there anymore was
Yeah, did you leave or were you kicked out?
it was kicked out. Right. It was I didn't just up and leave. I was kicked out. But what was happening is that based off of what I'm saying, my better half of my what I'm saying, being what I'm saying, with my better judgment was I was just instinctively just doing things, making riffs, you know what I'm saying, within the what I'm saying, within the organization, just not following certain rules, what I'm saying, that I was supposed to follow as a member, what I'm saying. So I wasn't following the rules. I wasn't, what I'm saying, doing what I
So the
needed to
rules
do.
say you gotta go.
Rules say, yo, if you
Also, like that's what I was saying to you. I said, so on a subconscious level, you don't put together in your mind like, yo, well, I'm not gonna do nothing these niggas want me to do, and now they got to get rid of me. Then that way, I ain't got to deal with it at all.
I mean, on a level, I mean, I think on a level, that's what it was. There was a lot of strife in the fact that I just gave, what I'm saying, this group all kinds of, what I'm saying, bread, thinking that we gonna, what I'm saying, make it to the tip of the top. I'm thinking we gonna, go all the way. You feel me? And we back in America. I'm over here like we ain't even in the tropics no more. We back in America. I'm over here like, damn, I'm around the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just, what I'm saying, the same.
So when did you leave? When was
It
you?
was
When you
2 years ago. So it was back in like 2020, I think 2020. Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
For those that's joining, right? For everybody's here, the brother Huu Khanum was a part of Carbon Nation with the brother Nature Boy. And it's significant because Nature Boy has been, him and his organization were just raided by the police not too long ago. And he's still in custody. And he has several, at least two sisters that's making claims against being kidnapped and raped by him and other officials in part of his group. And the brother Khanum has a history with the organization. They traveled the world together. He done gave Nature Boy. He gave me. He said, what he said, like damn near $25,000. That's what you said on your live. Yeah, damn. Yeah, and so and right now, this brother is in all of the Carbonation affiliates are being requested. Tasha K is trying to get access to the brother Sinetta. The news channels, all of the different news channels are calling these brothers, this brother and different sisters and stuff to go to their channel to tell his story. And we were talking, and he was talking about what he's going through. Say his, not just your physical, because he left, like he said 2 years ago, he was gone.
Right.
But right now, everybody's still trying to tie him in to Nature Boy as
Quantum
if
entanglements.
they act like as if, yo, you left and then this happened. Like, yo,
Right.
you like you responsible, you got something to do with this. And I'm like, yo, you gotta cut that tie, you gotta tell your story in order for the people to see your position, your journey, who you are, why you went, why you left, where you at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give your story, so that way things is clear, man.
Yeah, and
Everybody's on the same page.
that's all it is, man. We hear that it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Just telling the story for what it is, and that's what it is. Like I said, everyone's experience and what they gained from being there is different. You feel what I'm saying? Some people left and they don't even have anything. Some people still, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I experienced. That's what I went through. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of things did happen. Reason why, like you said, reason why I did want to come up here too and speak is just for that reason. Because I didn't want to do an interview. I never wanted to do interviews with people because I'm like,
you said that.
Yeah, half the people that want to do interviews, they don't really care about it. They're just doing it for clout. It's not like they.
Facts.
I always tell channel holders, I'm like, if you want to really know how I'm doing, and not just for the people, but for your personal stuff, you care about me, like hit me up on my, you know what I'm saying. I always give people access to, you know what I'm saying, because I'm straightforward. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of these channel holders I talk to on the back end, as far as just like if they want to know how I'm doing, you feel what I'm saying, or if you have any.
Yeah, you checking on me? Check on me.
Yeah, if you, know what I'm saying, if you want to ask questions, like, you know what I'm saying, there's maybe some things, at that time, there were some things I really didn't want to, be like, just talking about because they will attract the energy. But the reality, like you said, is that we here to change, transform, and and you know what I'm saying, turn something negative into positive. So you just take the energy that's given and then you transform. And I think that it's really good just to get a depiction of understanding the background so people know my status. Like, yo, I wasn't with, you know what I'm saying, the whatever mistreating of the woman.
That's right.
There was some things that were happening with the woman, you know what I'm saying? And it's not anything that wasn't told. People be like, some people that were there could be like, oh, why are you out there telling everyone's business, this, that, and the third? I'm not even telling anyone's business. I was telling the experiences as far as I was a part of. And at the end of the day, you feel what I'm saying? There's certain things I didn't agree with. And like I said, I could have been a better friend and had told him, you know what I'm saying, just being there like, yo, my brother, like, we hitting the woman.
You moving wrong.
You moving wrong. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on it like that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I look back to and I'm like, yeah, I could have, but where I was from too is the thing about it is a lot of Mukasus be doing that. Like on the back end, for people who don't know, because I grew up around Mukasus, that'd be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of my best buds. We used to drink and we used to get, turned up. He was with a girl who was, you know what I'm saying, hot in the, you know what I'm saying? She was everywhere. She was over there with him over there. She was at McDonald's with this dude, you know what I'm saying? This nigga laugh. I'm like, girl. So she moving fast. And this dude got angry and mad, and he ended up, you know what I'm saying, tossing down, you know what I'm saying, stairs or whatever like that. And it's just like, it's a thing that be happening with these Mukasus that always be happening. Even my adopted dad, you feel what I'm saying, he did that in the household with my sister and his, you know what I'm saying, and his wife at the time, you know what I'm saying, just handling, you know what I'm saying, handling him in a certain way. So me being desensitized to certain things of that nature, never really like, you know what I'm saying, never really put into my mind, like, if a woman act up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, like, and this is like, and I'm telling y'all this from an adolescent, undeveloped state of mind. When I'm speaking about some of these things, y'all, I want y'all to know that I'm coming from a state where I didn't have certain understandings that I have now through the, experiences that I've gained to be able to make an assumption or an understanding of like, all right, what do I really stand for and what do I don't stand for? Yes, I had experienced that stuff in my past prior to any carbonation stuff. I've seen that stuff happen. It happened all the time where I was from. It just wasn't looked at any type of way. It's just, yo, oh, you and your girl gonna fight yesterday? Yeah, she hit me upside the head and I had to, you know what I'm saying, I had to squash her out real quick on the ground, make her hold it down or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just an everyday, that's just what happened. And so, yeah, man. So for me, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, to the degree, I still felt it. It wasn't like I didn't feel it though. Don't get it. Like I felt it. I was like, yo, man. But I was intoxicated that night, man. So that's why know what I'm saying? I didn't move like I should have been moving, you know what I'm saying? Because a real man, you know what I'm saying, men in the right mind, I would say, you know, would have stood up and like, hey man, let's, you know, take a breather, let's go over here, you know what I'm saying? Cool off from me real quick, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop all
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
I'm glad.
yeah.
Well, I'm happy that you came through because you have to get rid of those spiritual entanglements, and the
Yeah.
people are still gonna throw you in. The people that know you were there, they're throwing you in. Even if the sister that's filing the charges, she still speaking about you, and you know, well, you know, it's just so much.
What you mean?
And, well, I'm
You
just
said,
saying, like because a lot of those people was on even on those live, the live that you came through. A lot of, you know, you get a lot of people still hollering at you that were a part of it, that know that you were part of, and they still
yeah,
rope you in to anything that's dealing with this
gang warden.
guy,
Yep.
even if you ain't been there and around him for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you was there, you was a prominent member, and they knew you was doing the graphics and the
Yeah.
videos. They knew you was a part of it. So
I was involved, man. I was involved, and just a shout out because I know we've been kind of like slipping and sliding,
all over
but
the
the
place. Yeah.
conversation was good. But I want to let you all know too with the graphic design things. I wanted to give also a shout out to this brother named Rambo who actually taught me how. Another brother who taught me how. Like it was a transition. It was BP, and then it was this brother named Rambo, Hispanic brother. Shout out to Rambo. Quetzalcoatl is his name now on Instagram. He out there in Hawaii doing this thing with his family, Zen life. You know, shout out to them. He's the brother that showed me how to do Photoshop and Final Cut Pro. So that's how I learned, you know, how to do that stuff as I was developing. Just as the backstory, because I want to hear if he hears this, I want to let him know. Like, shout out to you, Rambo. I did give you, you know, credits for that and BP as well. You know what I'm saying, y'all. You know what I'm saying. Just you gotta cite your sources, man. That's the most important thing is citing your sources. You know where things are coming from, so that way, if you're ever looking at anyone's work or if you're ever looking at where anyone got, you know, something from, just like the master teacher. Master teacher wrote all these books, but he cites his sources. He got references.
People act like he don't. It's so crazy because people act like he don't. He just steal everybody's stuff. No, if you read the book,
yeah,
if you read the book, you see that he gives you references for such and such. He'll mention like the authors or the scientists that did the experiment, or you know what I'm saying. He'll mention those things, and of course, what he doesn't do a lot. Only there's certain books he do. Like when you going through when we was going through the Egyptian Church of Christ, we was going through that school, so we like set the record straight. Jesus found in Egypt, you know, those books right there, and those books were the closest that he made a conscious effort to write according to the rules of academia, European. So that's what it is. The master doesn't care about European rules of academics.
Right.
And that's what these brain dead so-called scholars have a problem with, because they want him to fall in line with the rules and regulations of academics. And he's like, F them. We the ones who taught them how to read and write. We ain't got to fall in line with nothing that they doing. You know,
that's what I love about Baba. You gotta have that energy. You gotta squabble some things. Like that's how I be sometimes, yo. Like honestly, and that's how I feel about this interview as well. Though, like I'm doing this interview, people can feel however they want about what I'm saying. Even the fact that I'm doing the interview, I could care less because at the end of the day, we squashing and we squabbling and we going through what we need to go through.
You froze.
Packing this, but at the end of the day, we all go through certain things. We make mistakes. Some people,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, are in certain positions. You know what I'm saying, because of the choices that they made. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't out here to, you know what I'm saying, because you cast a stone at somebody, guess what? The way you judge somebody is the way you're going to be judged. So I'm only doing my non-mind and making a clear judgment based off of, you know, how I'm seeing things with the knowledge and information that I'm given. There's certain people out there that believe you should hit women. Some people out there do believe that. You know what I'm saying? A pimp strong pimp going to get it right. You know what I'm saying? That's how certain people think. You know
no, there's people out there that think all that, man. That's a fact. That's a
and
fact. And then there's these characters, charismatic characters. There's enough. There's so, brother guy, you gave you a shout out. There's so many people on the planet. There's so many. There's billions of people. It's like 8-9 billion people on the planet. So I always say this: there's enough people on the planet that every charismatic leader can come up and get 1 million followers, create their own civilization, and not be affected by nobody else's million of followers. So this is a very there's so many things going on, man. Anybody else got any questions? Please make sure y'all can ask the question, post them in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We'll get the questions to the brother Huu Khanum. You know what I'm saying?
I know people are just tapping in right now, so I understand that because everyone's messaging me right now about the thing. It's just, people, you know how it is, and it's a Saturday too, so people be out. But it's gonna spread, and it's gonna be out there.
I'm
For
not
people to
worried
catch
about.
it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I just my second show and
Yeah.
since 2021. So
Real spill, yeah. I feel you.
yeah,
I feel you.
and I appreciate you for touching down and walking with me because I want I love the fact that when you got engaged with the doctrine, you were engaged and you were studying and and that's what it's about because the master said he said his miracle is in his pen. And so he writes. He says, all he's requesting from us is to read, and then read and then apply it.
Yes.
Application, man.
Applied knowledge is true knowledge. If you don't apply knowledge, and if you don't apply the knowledge you receive or the information you receive, then that knowledge is dead. It's like still water. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta apply the knowledge.
We have to, God.
And
Yeah.
No, this is a Tupac quote because I it was funny because the events that happened today, the lead up to this interview was amazing because everything was just in alignment, right? But I was in Walmart talking to one dude. Dude gave me a Tupac quote. He was just because we were building our knowledge, right? And this dude, Nagato brother, he said this to me. He was like, I may not change the world, but I will spark the minds that do. You feel what I'm saying? Which, if you think about a Tupac quote, right? If you're just thinking about it in that stage, it's like Baba was passing the alley-oop for certain people to get where they need to get to. You feel what I'm saying? All this spiritual, it was a trickle effect. You feel what I'm saying? Because Baba was inspired to do what he did based off of, some other inspirations that he put in his book where he's sorting citing sources and be like, yo, I got this and that. He's inspiration to do what he, so that's what we all have a message inside of us that gets activated from the inspiration. So Nature Boy, through his inspiration, as far as how I got inspired from him, I'm not here to say that I never got inspired by the brother. I'm not here to say that the brother never said anything that wasn't true or nothing like that. When I'm here to set the record straight is cite the source of where you get from so that people know, like when I say something, I always make sure that it's either attached. If I'm saying something that's directly linked and attached to what Baba said or Wunu Wap or something like that, I'm making sure I'm leaving so y'all can have somewhere to go to find, what I'm saying, that's the reality. I see what the God was trying to do as far as, putting information together and, doing it like that. But one thing I learned about the greats that did, do certain great things is that they always gave honor to any kind of source or site where they got information from, always. You know what I'm saying? They never did things on like the back end to try to make it, because that's not how you do things. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a man, and it leaves people and that's why it's so important I'm doing this video, because I'm not doing this for the people that are caught up in the drama aspect of carbonation. If you're caught up in the drama aspect of carbonation and you love loving flip-flops and stuff like that, more power to you, because there's a lot of buffoonery going out there that's 10 times worse than what's going on over there as far as things happening. So if that's what you're into in the drama aspect, hey, more power to you if that's what you're into. I'm not. The people that are attracted to the knowledge, you feel what I'm saying, come and are attracted to the knowledge by way of certain things that have said, and certain things that were said are linked and tied directly back to Baba Yanun, which comes into the quantum entanglement, or where the meshing of two worlds collage, where we have certain beings that have, certain information. And there's other brothers out there too. He's a representation of what a lot of brothers are out here doing, you know what I'm saying, in their
You broke up, God. Come on back.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
shout out, peace, Al Shafi. Yeah, I'm here. You broke up for a little bit, but yeah, I'm here. You back?
Okay. Yeah, so it just comes down to say that, like, it's just that's why it's so important to have that understanding. What you do with the information afterwards is completely up to you. This dude didn't go and tell the world like, hey, he did recently. I will say this too. Before he got locked up, he did say recently that he was inspired by Dr. York. He did say that. Did he go and say that he got information from Dr. York and then in the beginning he was teaching Dr. York's information? He didn't say it like that, no. But he did say that he was inspired by Dr. York, which kind of like, it's in a way it kind of like gives reference, but at the same time it leaves gray area, because it's like, okay, your inspiration, but like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I think he just tried to clear it up after everyone started realizing, what it was. And it's cool, man. Like I said, people make their own beds, people live in their own lives, you know what I'm saying? However you make your life and however you know what I'm saying, care of that, that's what it is. And the result of your life is going to reflect, you know what I'm saying? And this guy put it on display, you know what I'm saying, for public.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So anybody got any questions for the God? Holler at the God. Let me ask you, so where you at now? Where you at now in your studies? Where you at now in your journey? And what can we expect for you,
Bet. So yeah, so with my journey, man, I'm in the mode right now where I'm in study mode. We got this 100 days, you feel what I'm saying? We with Nama, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out to you know what I'm saying, a day Loye, Emperor
Okay,
Kufu,
All
you feel what I'm
Nam
saying?
Nationals, shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah, see
Okay,
me? So we Nama, we pushing forward, we getting better and better and better. We doing
he
the
caught the
100
ship.
day. We with the
All
ship.
right.
So I'm just becoming more diligent in my studies. I'm not a saint, I'm not righteous, I'm not Jesus, I'm not any of those things. I've done things in my life that were not good. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let y'all know before people try to even I'm gonna even get y'all a chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say right now, let y'all know right now because I ain't with the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with it. I'm none of that. I am Huu Khanum, you feel what I'm saying? Doing my best every single day to make an impact and a change in my life that would spark someone else. You feel what I'm saying? Because it starts with self. You feel what I'm saying? You can't change anybody. All you can do is change yourself. From what you do, other people could be inspired and then, you know, grow from that. So what I'm saying is that's who I am. You feel what I'm saying? I'm Nama, Wapian, Sabian, Yanin, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm a student of life, man. I'm an eternal student to life. And I think that right there is an aspect that a lot of these brothers and sisters out here need to grasp and digest, because a lot of men and women, they be so in their ego, but we don't understand that even the greatest of men, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're talking about this, that, and the third, the greatest of man had mentors. The greatest of man had people that he, you know what I'm saying, they learn from. That's just the simple facts. You know what I'm saying? We have this spookism where we thinking like the nature boy, he was saying like, oh, my DNA got activated and it, you know, came through the ethers. And I'm not saying things can't happen, you know what I'm saying, of that nature, because we can get on that level. But what I'm saying is that the reality of the beginning of how that's not what happened, Captain. That's not what's going down. You know what I'm saying? And I would just be, you know, in my own right to, you know, set the record straight with what I know just through my experiences and just give people that understanding. Because I want people that are watching this or that are caught up in the information to understand that the information does tie itself back to Dr. Malachi's York. That's why we're even in this. That's why we're even in this. That's why you even see videos where they're trying to compare, because the similarities, people can see those similarities. You feel what I'm saying? It's something that's unspoken, but we know what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just setting the record straight of what we already know, so people have the idea, so you can make a decision. If you want to mess with carbonation, go for it. It's all. I'm not here. Listen, I'm not here to say no one do. I don't agree with it, and it's not for me. But if you feel like that's what that's the thing that you want to partake in, okay, you're gonna have to deal with that and whatever comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's with anything. Yeah.
That's a fact. That's official. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you my personal, because I didn't say it. I crack jokes and stuff like that, but
right.
I definitely see him. There's a parallel between the brother Nature Boy and the brother Polite.
Mm-hmm.
The parallel is in the realm of truth. They were able to they were able to overstand and push certain concepts of reality to the people that most people would not deal with. They would try, and they didn't they you know, my wife and I, we say individuals are smart. This master teacher said this actually, but we repeat it. Individuals are smart, but people are stupid. And so when you go out there, so if we have a individual conversation, there's a lot of delicate concepts that could be relayed and reasoned between two individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But if that same conversation expands, say like on a platform, you can have a bunch of dummies pop in and be like, nigga said he, like I'm saying, so you gotta.
He said
so
he
now
dog.
that leaves it on you, like so.
Right.
At least that's right. That leaves it on you to have the wisdom to know when to say what and in what forums to say it in.
Exactly.
So when I seen this dude on Sidnetta talking some craziness about his child and I let my child touch my, and I was like, and I understood the concept of you got to teach your children to love their human body. You got to teach your children nature. You got to let them know who they are, what they're made of, that this is beautiful, that this is natural.
Right.
The concept, but the action was retarded. It was like, nigga, what are you talking about?
It's just, yeah, it's like you said, it's you're dealing with sensitive ears, sensitive conversations.
But we are God, so we're okay with that. We are.
We there?
Yeah, you there now.
Okay. Yeah, so it's
Sensitive years, sensitive conversations, and you
sensitive
froze.
ears, sensitive ears, sensitive conversations, and then you're dealing with the character of the person that's even saying something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's different if it comes through, certain beings like, and it's either way you look at it, there's always going to be a crowd of people in the corner in the nosebleeds like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is, no matter who's saying what, when you're dealing with a conversation such as that, you know what I'm saying? That is something that when you say something like that, and I could see, like you said, I understand the concept of what we were saying. That's why for me it wasn't phasing me to the degree that it was for other people, because I understood how he was trying to say it, but it came out way wrong. And then it had, crazy, dog. And I'm over here like, I can't. I'm over here like, man, I can't support what? Who? You did what? You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here like,
gotta go.
So I'm over here there, but I was there was a lot of things that were said that were just like, how the way he was saying it. I was like, but I was just like, okay, and then you could say there was for shock value, you could say this, that, and the third, but I honestly think that the way he was saying it was misinterpreted. I don't know this person's life, I don't know this person's business. I'm not here to say that he is or is not that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this dude's personal business, but I can tell you one thing: conversations like that, you gotta have some type of, you know what I'm saying? When you talking like that, you gotta talk. You can't just say anything.
Crazy, God. He was talking crazy. So yeah, that's so. We about to wind down because we actually have a brotherhood call later around 8:30. So I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you, and I'm here, because we was talking about this concept that my wife and I speak about with, and I'm sharing it with with the world, and we call it the Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. Because when you go, and what was his name? Andy what? Andy Dufresne, right?
Okay.
And you go and look at the Shawshank Redemption, and he was he escaped from his prison, but he said he had to crawl through the sewage line, 3 football fields of feces and manure and urine and garbage and sewage, and then the pipe led to a freshwater lake, right? So he got his clothes and all that in a plastic bag and all that. But so we use that as an example of when you are ready to turn your life around. The test is your Shawshank Redemption. You gotta crawl through all the shit that you laid down. See, you was going on a certain path with a bunch of shit behind you, and now you like, you know what? That's not the way. You gotta turn. Because I'm telling you why it's significant. Because a lot of people are not willing to go through their shit to get the clean waters. Right. They'd rather just keep going in a bunch of bullshit in life and just put more shit behind them. You gotta be able to go turn around and go through the shit that you put out, and at the end you could bathe and purify those clean waters, put on a new suit of life, and walk on. You see, you dig what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I'm like, I encourage you, and I'm proud of you and happy that you're able to do, because most people do not want to put on their shit, and that goes into it. Everything ties into the doctrine. Right. It goes into the nature of the Mukasu, the Caucasian, versus the Nagaru. Their nature is they have a scapegoat doctrine, so they're never responsible for nothing. So they never have to go through their shit. Exactly. But the Nagaru, we've taken on that scapegoat nature, but we need to take on the God nature, which is the one of responsibility or the ability to respond to any and all situations and circumstances. You think what I'm saying? You got to go through your Shawshank. Stop. Everybody out there, go through your Shawshank. If you want to make your life better, you want to get to that Ashuk. That's why you can't get through that Ashuk. You got all that stuff in your heart. Man, you got to crawl back through your garbage. I was able to. This one of because I went my incarceration. So coming home, I'm like my slate is blank. So I'm going to everybody like I ain't got no problems with nobody. Let's work it out. I'm like whatever happened then. Right. This is a new because you in our laws. My eye, you weighing that feather against your heart. You don't dig in all of that stuff. Your scales got to be balanced. Right. You dig? That's the point. We got to balance our scales, and we want our heart light so that we can move on and transcend and receive that light knowledge and the divine understanding from the universal all, Pa'ut, you know what I'm saying? That we can receive from the universal mind and from Pasalafu, our ancestors, and Pa Natharu, our overseers, you know? Yo, so you mean talk to me, bro. Any last words before, because we about to get on out of here. I appreciate you for coming. You already know.
Already,
you
man. I say this, man. Y'all just, and this is just a closing for people that in life you will experience, you will go through many of experiences, and your experiences that you go in life don't define the totality of who you are, but they affect you. You know what I'm saying? And they do have precedence when they do take precedence in your life when it comes to transitioning. Whenever you're going to make a transition to one place to another, what do? You feel what I'm saying? You go in your house, you clean the house up, you feel what I'm saying? Make sure everything good, get the furniture out, get everything back, pack it up. You feel what I'm saying? You're making a transition. And that's what it's like when you transition in with knowledge. That's what it's like when you're making a transition from moving the house. That's like when you make transition anything, you have to be able to, like you said, clean up what you got going on first in order for you to make a smooth transition so that it doesn't cause, you know what I'm saying, ripples that, affect your timeline, you know what I'm saying, and your current, you know what I'm saying, reality in this quantum realm. And because of the quantum entanglements that, I'm attached to with certain beings, you know what I'm saying, certain things need to be addressed, you know what I'm saying? But the way that they're being, or at least the addressing of this stuff is good, and it brings clarity for those that have maybe, and this is what I want to tell you, brother. Oh my gosh. I got to say one thing, brother.
Talk about it, bro. Ain't no rush. Talk about it.
So the premise, the reason, because people want to ask, like, what's one of the power and tool or driving tools of me doing this video, on top of what I just said, was I had a sister call me up last week. This girl hit me on my phone, right? You know what I'm saying? A little fun, like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? She hit me up. She said, she was like, hey, Tron or Khanum now, you know what I'm saying? Israel, whatever you want to call yourself. Hey, yo, I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Costa Rica, you know what I'm saying? I followed the information, I followed the videos, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here. So, and she's like, but I'm kind of confused on what do I do now? And I'm like, and I'm telling, let me yell, disclaimer, the videos that he put out, he has old videos from a long time ago that people are just circulating and getting into understanding, that are just tapping in. His journey of Costa Rica, that was years ago. This girl just tapping in the information.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta. He just got arrested in Atlanta 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, feel me? And this girl out here, and she in Costa Rica now. And I'm not saying anything against the journey, because it's beautiful. I'm glad that she had that experience. It's great. It's just the simple fact that when she hit me, it was on some like, now what do I do? She doesn't know, she doesn't understand, and that's where, you know what I'm saying,
taking that, you know, that responsibility, like you was a part of that, pushing that. Yeah, wow, that's heavy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Pushing that, you know what I'm saying? So we're pushing that information, and it's like, and now I'm seeing how it's affecting certain people in the timelines, you know, because we exist in timelines. So it's like certain people are tapping into certain knowledge that's being held online, like the Akashics that will happen at different time and space, where people are applying it now, and it's not applicable.
Yeah, you can't apply. You can't apply it now. That's right.
You can't apply. It's not applicable to this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Because as we progress and as we are in the Pa'ut, the all expanding, is things are progressing and expanding and moving at all times. You feel what I'm saying? So what that was back then, no, now there's a new, you know what I'm saying? Now there's a development and understanding of where pushing people and navigating people. I do personally feel that a lot of this happened to spark certain minds that are in, you know what I'm saying, headed towards the culture, because the girl that went through what she went through, she was messing with, you know what I'm saying, certain Nuwapian Sabians, and that's how she found her way into Nuapu and stuff like that, and just getting into the information. So, you know, hey man, and you can only you know, give people you know, that positive reassurance. But I say that's the biggest thing for me. When she hit me on the phone, I was like, man. So I'm like having flashbacks, and I'm like, dang. So I hit her, and I was like, man, listen, what you want to do is, just because you woke don't mean you got to be broke. You got to make sure, because she sold all her stuff, because when Natureboy was telling people to leave, that when I left, he was telling people to, you know, give all your stuff away. I got rid of my car. I got rid of everything I owned when I left. I gave my, you know, PS3 away, all of the stuff I had. Mind you, I was like 23 at the time. So yes, I was playing PS3. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying, at that age. I was
PS3 right now. Niggas got
PS5
right now. So
yeah, feel me? So I was giving all my stuff away, and I'm moving in that mind. Now it's good, there's beautiful, because there's lessons that you learn from doing that. I'm not saying that that experience it's beautiful. It's just that we can use our minds to elevate and have even a better plan. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be out here on some humbug. We don't have to be out here on some like half thought out plans. I think that a lot of what I think that that brother went through was just, in my personal opinion, a lot of the things I think that that brother did was half thoughts that not necessarily were all the way thought through, and it was more acted upon rather than,
He was impulsive, and everybody was just moving with him.
You know, and it's just it happens, man. It happens to the best of it. You know what I'm saying? We all sometimes get in that mode. So, you know, so that's what I saw in that mode. So when Shorty hit me like that, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's heavy, bro. It's deep.
Heavy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of time. Yeah.
That's deep, bro. That's deep. That shows that when you putting this stuff out there, people are affected all over the world. You have no idea who you. And one of the reasons why we came out and started doing these the shows, these lessons, these investments into the souls and minds of the people, was because we know we're not going to meet everybody. We're not going to be able to speak to everybody. But this is a way for anybody to get access to be able to hear the message. You know what I'm saying? This is our contribution to the world, to the future of the people. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's okay. You can agree, you can disagree. That's your position. But I put my hat in the ring. You know, to be criticized, critiqued, however people want to feel about it. Yeah, man. Here, I'm giving you. Anita Baker. I'm giving you the best that I got. Y'all do what y'all do with it. You know?
Absolutely. That's why I love your platform, man. I love what you do with Revision Radio. I love everything that's going on. Shout out to the brother. You got Natural Nature Herbs. Go, you know, get some herbs.
Yeah, you see the commercial, Natural Nature Herbs. Come get them herbs. Best in the sea moss and all that. I took some Jed Pillar, Black Jedi, turned me up. Boom. But yeah, man. Then I got the Cosmic Shop. Got some clothes. Pharaoh Rising. That's with some music. You know, we working at the brother Huu Khanum. I'm working with him on some graphics and stuff. You know what I mean? So
and stay tuned. I want to leave people with this too, because Huu Khanum coming soon. It's Huu Khanum, more or less my name. I'm not necessarily saying that that's going to be my label brand, but I do have something that I want to show the people. That's, you know, people asking me about my so this is what I got going on. You feel what I'm saying? This is the logo that I have made for myself. This is Huu Khanum. I'm gonna be making a shirt with this. You feel what I'm saying? I got more stuff that's gonna be on the way. That's coming. But it's really just inspiration. Do your thing. I promote everyone. I promote people doing Black businesses, getting out there, doing what you want to do. Some people be like, oh, you know, law of attraction, or people be like cosmic currency. You don't need to do this, that, work for the. No, I would never tell you. I would never tell you to, you know what I'm saying, go sell all your stuff and then get out here and just be, you know, effed up, you know what I'm saying, in a situation when you don't unnecessarily need to. And mind you, if there's a time and a place where that absolutely has to happen, you know what I'm saying, of course, be prepared. But and I think that's partially what I got as a lesson, because outside of everything, outside of the antics and the whack behavior of the organization, outside of the antics, because it's, you look at him, but a lot of the things that happen, man, everyone, you know, go through things. That's why I don't, you know, get into the personal character of the person. But I would say that outside of the antics, the reality is that there was a lot of good message in some of the things that were promoted.
Yeah. I can dig that. Yeah, I can see that. Especially if you haven't been exposed to any other things, you know what I'm saying? And you're looking at other young people coming together, looking to assert themselves and create a foundation. Because here's the thing, though. The formula, the master teacher gave the formula. He said we gotta live up for and by each other. Create communities.
Yeah.
It's the formula. We gotta create communities. And we gotta be able to deal with each other's stuff. You know, everybody's trying to hide their stuff from everybody else. And it's like, we're not going to, every other culture comes as a collective. We're not going to win being individuals.
Exactly.
That's just the reality. And they learned the collective movement from us. We the origins. So, but then we taught how the master said, he said, we're not carnivorous hunter people. Right?
Gatherers,
he said we're more herbal communal people. He said hunters and carnivores are isolators. They like to be by themselves.
Lone wolf.
Like lone wolves, but that's not us. He said, but they've convinced us to move as individuals in order for us to be easy prey for the hunter. See? everybody else is moving as a collective consciousness. We have to learn to move as a collective consciousness. Otherwise, we will cease to exist. And so that's why we talk about Emperor Samuel Amenemhotep de Loye, Emperor Khufu, and Nama National. That's why the CNYE is important. That's why, it's because not just the collective aspect of it, but also the idea of getting outside of the jurisdiction of the colonizers.
And a true God is a sovereign God. You know what I'm saying? You can't be claiming to be God out here, but you being micromanaged and controlled by the Mukasu at every step. You feel what I'm saying? That's not, God is sovereign. You feel what I'm saying? God is somebody that, the totality of that, you know what I mean? So, and not everyone, the thing about it too is you have to let all that go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand that not everyone's going to be able to,
to ascend those heights.
They may not move with you, and you might just be like, yo, I'm just going to like I always tell people like this. You may be an oak tree. You know what I'm saying? Oak trees sometimes take a lot. Let me give a better example. You might be a banana tree, right? Banana trees grow relatively fast for anyone that knows anything about bananas, right? So banana tree, you got a banana shoot, it grows. You feel what I'm saying? You're a banana tree, but you over here starting out as a seed and you looking at this little blade of grass, you're like, yo, little blade of grass, you know what I'm saying? We grew up together, you know what I'm saying? It's my homie, it's my grass, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you gonna grow with me, man? And the grass is like, man, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm this piece of grass, man, that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? And the dude like, all right, well, I could stay like this with you, you know what I'm saying? We could be like same size, right? But you a banana tree, man. You ain't gonna be able to be a blade grass.
You ain't gonna keep the stay the same size. That's
no
not
how.
it.
Yeah, so
you're right. That's official.
You feel me? So you gotta evolve, man.
Yeah, family, yo. So I appreciate all the brothers and sisters that journey with us. I'm about the wife that was starting the stuff in the beginning. She's coming back to start some stuff, but the camera's on here. So.
I ain't coming over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So peace, Rahubat, peace and blessings. I love y'all dearly. I just wanted to give a message of love and warning, and I use this term very loosely. Millennials, my young people, right? I'm old enough to be an auntie, and I'm working on being a mama right now.
We're working.
So I can hit y'all with some of this, like I got some age and some wisdom on me. You know, I'm a young buck myself, right? My young babies, I love you dearly, but you're so eager to do something new. You're so eager to carve your own path and be your own individual and deal with your spirit, which is your personality, more than your soul. You're so eager to do something outside of the box that you neglect the fact that our culture tells us we stand on the shoulders of giants. We are the continuation of the story that came before us. Okay, we are an extension of our ancestors. So you're so eager to do something new that anything that sounds like the new hotness, you know what I'm saying? And somebody that's coming with a little bit more information than you, a little bit more knowledge than you, they're taking over they're driving y'all toward what feels good and what's shiny and what feels good, more so than you dealing with what's the next step in the continuation of the story? What part do I play? What's the reality of the situation? They stopped y'all from doing real research. And I'm not specifically talking about you, Huu. I said millennials. I'm talking about young people. I'm talking about those that are in right now, they're in their late 20s, they're in their early 20s, they're in their mid 20s. And if you happen to make it into your late 20s, you might start getting a little bit of wisdom because of the bullshit you done put yourself through. You understand? So and that's what has empowered these people who have manipulated our young people, because they give you something to chant for, and you think that, you know what I mean, because you want to rebel against your parents, you want to rebel against the old regime, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to investigate and see what's the truth. You so it's more so about you satisfying what feels good. They tricked y'all into satisfying what feels good and dealing with the idea of doing something new, that you forget that you're a continuation of the story, and to at least learn the old. and see the value in it in order to carve your path. Nobody's trying to stop you from carving your path. Nobody's trying to stop you from putting your stamp on it. Nobody's trying to stop you from tweaking the recipe. We need that because that's innovation. That's progress. We need y'all to be these forerunners. We need y'all to be these trailblazers. But you have to get the knowledge and the wisdom. You have to allow yourselves to receive the wisdom from the elders that came before you. I yield.
Truth. Hey,
Thank you for that.
I appreciate that. That hit my soul. I'm over here like, man. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, guys, for the wise words spoken. That's real. Yeah, we have to bridge that gap between the young and and the mature and the elders. So that's heavy. You got any last words, God?
Oh yeah, man. Basically, brother, just what I'm saying, shout out everyone that's here, man. Follow this page, like, subscribe, follow this page. You're gonna be seeing a lot more building stuff like that. Listen, it's not about hating somebody. It's not about trying to bring and tear each other down. Crabs in the barrel mentality. Jay-Z, what a crab's barrel doing, like, why don't we just climb on each other's back and get out the barrel, right? It's the reality that we just addressing and we're looking at, the current movement of the people and as a collective, where we're at. Look at Farrakhan, you can look at all of them. There's a scale, you can look at our black brothers and sisters and you can see the state of which we're at as a collective. That's the importance of looking at, you feel what I'm saying? And you'll see it through these microscopic quantum fields of realities that we observe, with different people, applying information, and it may look different, you feel what I'm saying, or it may be this or it may that, and then we can see, how the knowledge is being applied from the person that's receiving the information. You and me could look at a picture, and we might see two different things. That's just based off of how I can see something versus how you can see something.
That's
and in Nuwapa, we don't necessarily agree with bad and good, or it's just agreeable or disagreeable. What may be agreeable to me may be disagreeable to you. And once you start getting into the concepts and really being able to conceptualize concepts of other planets where it's just all women and no men, certain concepts of that, like, we ready for those kind of conversations? No, because niggas want to be like, nah, I'm on the ground, I'm on earth, I'm waiting for Jesus. F all that. You know what I'm saying? That's a code. You know what I'm saying? So and it's less about, and I know, and Baba did say, hey, listen, if you ain't seen an extraterrestrial, I'm not here to say you know what I'm saying, you need to, you know what I'm saying, you use your non-mind, you know what I'm saying? We're not here to tell you to be spooky, we're not here to tell you to do it. None of that. It's just certain concepts allow us to open up to certain understandings where we can bring into the discussion, you know what I'm saying? And when we bring into discussion, then we can bring forth and present evidence, sound right, reason, to be able to open people's minds up. But if you can't open people's minds up to even understand or even see something in a certain light, then we're not ever going to get anywhere with communication, because people aren't opening their minds up to a certain concept. I didn't see, you know what I'm saying, I didn't see the Loch Ness Monster, but someone said they saw the Loch Ness Monster. Now, am I just going to rule this person out and say, you crazy and that shit don't exist? Or am I going to listen to what someone has to say non-biasedly and be able to open up my mind to be able to see where someone's coming from? Am I looking for a wife? Listen, man. That
you want to leave your contact number? You want to leave your email? He can contact you.
No, listen. That part of my life right now is I'll tell y'all what I'm doing. I'm in work mode. I got 100 days. I really got to focus. Let me just focus. Let me get this 100 days out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta focus. No space and time for that right now. Pink clouds.
I'm coming off, I'm like on a cool down right now. Coming off of, like, you know what I'm saying, a little streak of, you know what I'm saying, just moving and trying to figure things out. Like, we all, you know what I'm saying, I ain't out here to say I'm saint or perfect. I'm here to say that I'm Huu Khanum, and I'm growing, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning. That's so we grow together. Walk with me. Don't walk behind me. Don't walk in front of me. Walk with me. That's what Baba said, right?
With us.
So let's get it like that. And that's all I have to say, man. It's very, I appreciate everyone that was in the live, people that are watching now, people are watching.
Appreciate everybody that's going to watch it. That's right. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. I would advise and ask everybody, how many amount of people is here, share the video with at least 3 people, and we'll get it out there. I want to thank the young God, Huu Khanum, at Huu.Khanum. I want to please check out the websites, naturatureherbs.com. Check out FarrowRising.com. Check out CosmicShop.com. Check
Right.
out. You
Okay.
know, we out there. You know, and if
And hit
y'all
the cash
feeling
app,
in
man.
hearts,
Hit
you know what
the
I'm saying? Free will offering. You know, we got a
yeah.
baby on the way. We got the young
Yeah.
girl coming through the pipelines from the vortex, and
Feel me?
the registry is inside the chat. Let me highlight it before we get on out of here. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
read something from one of the joints. That's the baby registry right there. So if anybody interested in going through
Mm-hmm.
and send the baby a gift, add on, help out with the baby, little one. There you go. You ain't got to do it now, but there you go. So before we leave, well, I want to also say that we doing this. I'm looking to do these every once a week. So I don't have the time to be doing every day like I did before. But once a week, Friday or Saturday, you'll get the notice during the week when it's coming through the pipeline. I'm looking to do that.
And another thing too, subscribe to Nine Mind TV. Nine Mind TV. That's what we got going on as far as my YouTube handle. I don't even know if I put it up in the flyer. Either way, it's
Nah. That's why I was telling you. That means I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it's the people be like that. But,
That's what it's about.
yeah.
This is the wave now.
Yeah. So
You spell
subscribe.
out 9 or the letter or the number 9.
It's just spell out 9. Yeah, not the letter 9.
Or is 9 mine together or separate?
It's Nine Mind together, and then TV is separate, I believe. Hold on, let me check my own thing because I'm over here telling you something. It is. Let me see what's going on. It's So it's it's spaced. It's 9 and then Mind and then TV, all space. Yeah. So that's what I got going on there, and then you see, what I'm saying, my channel.
Oh, so it's a space. It's 9 and mine. They all spaced.
Exactly right. That's what's going on here. So, because I want to show y'all, because I might be able to. No, my thing's out there. But you see where it is. It's right there for y'all. It's 9
Yeah.
TV, you feel what I'm saying? And it's got, Baba Doctrine, what I'm saying, information up in there. You feel what I'm saying? So, this is what we do, you feel what I'm saying? And I'll be eventually going live like, the brother, and we'll be probably switching off, rotating, getting some of the younger gods out here.
Absolutely.
Getting some of the younger gods active in the, in the mix. Cause I look at your platform like more or less for like the, a little bit, it's for everybody. It's always for everybody. But, I see a lot of the elders coming through and stuff like that. And, people that were more, So we do need, some platforms out there to get some of the younger brothers out there, you feel what I'm saying, involved.
Hey, man.
Feel me? So
I'm with it. Posted it up.
Appreciate it, brother.
Putting it up.
Absolutely, man. This is good, man. I'm so glad. It's, thank you again.
I'm happy that you came through. Appreciate it. It's a privilege and an honor, bro.
Good questions too, man. Yeah, that's good questions, yeah.
It's organic.
Yeah. Real, bro.
It's all organic. Also, before we leave, let me do these. I'm gonna do a prayer for thankfulness, right? Out of the 9.
Okay.
That's where it's coming from. It's a book of prayers by the Master Yanun. And he says, "Oh, my ancestors, protect me from the bad females, the bad males, my own self and weaknesses, because I am weak while living inside this flesh, this body, this skin suit, weak for temptations. I'm tired of crying, tired of people dying, tired of depression and sadness of this world by way of the Adamites and their creator and breeders. Hear me, O my ancestors. Protect me from them and their malevolent ways. O my ancestors, I try to be benevolent of the ones who are trustful, the loyal ones as in Wapian. O providers, I am grateful for Baba Yanun, my own warner, reformer and savior during my own lifetime. I'm thankful for the truth, the actual facts, and the way. O my ancestors, I plead to you all by way of prayer 3 times each day, morning, noon, and night. 9, 3, and 9. Psalms 55, 16 through 17. Please welcome me. Glory to you and gratitude is to you. Forgive me. As for me, I will call to the overseers and the master will save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he will hear my voice. Atun, Amun.
Man, bless, brother. I appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So this has been another episode of Revision Radio Network with your brother. Remember this, man. It's our time. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If not now, then when? If not this, then what? And if not us, then who? You know, it's that we on that Michael Jackson stuff, you know. Gotta make a change. But it started with the man in the mirror.
True.
So it's your brother, you know, your beloved brother Pharaoh Shepsi's Dwamu Tefamu, and I appreciate y'all for spending your priceless time, energy, and like every day and every time I'm breathing, I'm giving out Rabut, Rabat Wu Ashuk. It's peace and divine unconditional love to the family. And I can even end it with Rabat Wu Ashuk Kare Magus, peace and divine love with magic. Don't mess with me. I tell you, the language is the language. The lahaj is real.
Lahaj, man.
Yo,
Real.
so I appreciate you, beloved. You know, we got a brotherhood call we're going to very
True.
soon. And thank y'all the family that came through. I appreciate y'all. You know, Sasha Blue, please go back and check that out. Gritty, Shafi, you know, Pink Clouds, you gotta leave your email, so we're gonna tell them when a brother get some space, he can holler. Jere, you know, we appreciate y'all. Brother Allen was here, Alan Hasson, Peace, Ninth Power, Kevin Wheeler, you know, what's going on? Ron Du was on deck.
Hey,
Roger, Miss Infinity, George Crystal, yeah, Kevin Davis,
George
Zakai.
Pistol, is George Pistol who that? Because that's part of the part of Nama, right?
I think, yeah, and
Yeah, because he be
he's always supporting the family.
Yeah, shout out to George Pistol because he be posting on my Hubet. You know what I'm saying, Zamal? I just want to shout out to the elder, the brother,
and
because
the brother Mugdal,
yeah.
I have Onk is, and I know Annette, Atumtat is here. She's Miss Infinity 9. That's the goddess from London.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Hey, shout out to the goddess, man. Shout out to everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate anybody that spend their time, because you know, time is money, money is time. And Lady Madame, you was the first one here, Rahubat Goddess. And we appreciate y'all. Please, again, let the people know. Go back through the old videos. Matter of fact, Huu Khanum is gonna help. He's helping me dissect and break down the videos too, to break them out into smaller bite pieces, so we could put them out. They could be more received and easily digestible. Because we know people do 4 or 5 hour goddamn shows, so we got to break them down to little 20-minute, half an hour clips, stuff like that, and some even smaller. But we're gonna get to that. The God helping me out with some things. So definitely appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all be safe out there, family.
Man, salute, man.
Stay sucker free in the world of the sucker MCs.
Word.
All right, what I do, man. Peace and blessings.
What I do, my brother. Peace.
Peace. Be safe.